everybody and welcome. My name is Ryan, and a little while ago, a couple of years ago maybe, I made a video where I made a tier list of every single leader and civilization in Civ 6. And on that tier list, I put Basil of Byzantium at the top. I confidently said that he was the best leader in the game when you're playing Deity single player, and I still maintain that. Now on the channel recently, we've done some interesting challenges, we've played using some fun mods, but I really fancied something for me. I know it sounds ridiculous, but this is a game that I just really fancied. Why not just have a Byzantium Basil sweep? Let's remind ourselves of how well he plays, how easy he is to use if you know how to use him, and how wonderful any game with Byzantium is. This is an 8-player, Deity difficulty, continents and islands map with barb clans and secret societies modes on, because I added something else into this game just literally for me. Just a little fun thing. Based on a comment we had, actually. This was a comment in a video from the last week, and it was all about secret societies, and particularly Fuzzle's secret society, the Knights of Solomon. This is a modded secret society we've played on the channel a couple of times before, but not for a few years. Combining religion and war. It is a very, very fun secret society, and coincidentally, a fantastic combination with Byzantium. So, you know, we're going to treat ourselves to it. I skipped a little bit forward there. Just looking at the start position on turn 1, I settled in place. I still think that was the right thing to do. There's lots of grassland here. There was no plains hills to go onto. Crossing onto the stone or this hill would have done me nothing. There was no real fresh water, and I could have gone 3-1 on the cattle, but I wanted to work this 3-2 tile, and I'm now picking up this tile up there with the faith, the tobacco. So that's kind of explaining a little bit of what's going on. In case you were wondering, beelining astrology, let's get a religion, let's get crusade. You know the Byzantium play by now. It's a fun playbook. Oh wow, that's a fun barb clan. Right by my nation. Lovely. You absolutely love to see it. We're waiting for the Knights of Solomon as a secret society, so I'm opening up our money to get some nice era score and reveal the map as quickly as we can. And jumping in on settler number 1 or city number 2 as fast as possible whilst we look for tribal villages, which so far we are finding absolutely none of. Why is that +5? Are we thinking natural wonder behind this? Yeah. Called it. It's worth checking the appeal lens because it just reveals things. If you see a +5, it's like, like look at all this. There's a random +5 here, and that could be because of the coast, but 5s, they just reveal. They just reveal. Plus Water of Life is amazing. 10 healing in any territory. Any territory. And that's a Byzantium run if I've ever seen one. Let's place down the holy site, lock in that production cost. +2 will have to do for now. And it's imperative I find out about horses, because Basil is all about horses. Heavy and light cavalry units doing full damage against cities following the same religion as Byzantium. Now Tagma require iron, and it's normally the heavy cavalry line that you work through because the Hippodrome, for instance, gives you 3 heavy cavalry units, but the light cavalry is still just as powerful. It's worth keeping that in mind, and of course Taxus gives me more great profit points and more combat strength for every holy city that follows my religion, including my own. Oh, I love playing Byzantium. It's been far too long since I played Byzantium. Far, far too long. I really fancied this game. I really, really did. We're just moving our money there just to keep the era score ticking along, keep the map nice and revealed. I am worried about that Barb clan. I really don't like it being there. I'm getting 2 faith per turn, so I don't need to put God King in at the moment, and we're going to go for discipline. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this one. I could get a galley for 155 and explore the coast and get some era score with a boat. Gee, that's not a bad idea either. I really do want to go for a golden age here. It is amazing how useful early game golden ages can be. Political philosophy boosted because there's Singapore, who has been met by somebody. Interesting. Well, Omani won't work there then. Tons of rainforest. We must be very near the equator of this map. But this river down here is interesting. Cotton, tobacco, lots of hilled rainforest and sort of areas around it. Marsh. I don't know what pantheon we're going to be going for right now, but it does look like there is a fair chunk of marsh around. So Reeds of Marshes probably isn't a bad shout. Brussels reveals this mountain range is pretty comprehensive. Interesting. And Brussels and Nazca are very close together. I could settle on that tile or up here. I wish I knew where animal husbandry was. Wherever horses, I guess I could bring the settler down here. It's not much production though. I guess if I settled on the wheat, I could work this 2-2 tile immediately. Yeah, all right, let's go over that way. Horsio, Revelio, 2 tiles, and they're both up to the north. Okay, right, we should have gone that way, but again, settling's not great up here, I'll be honest with you. Maybe we'll send another settler up in this way. I'm more suspicious of this direction prediction due to the fact that the city-state had been met already. And this one's been met as well. So I think there's somebody down here. Great writer and Eureka for irrigation. Actually, that one is doable. And another scout. All right, head over this way and see if we can get around the back of Mohenjo-Daro. Oh, a lake. Oh, wow. This really is just like a little peninsula. Is this all for me? Has the game made me my own little spot? How lovely of it. I'm going to be rushing irrigation now because, I mean, we've got tobacco, we've got 2 bananas, we've got tea, we've got dyes, we've got cotton. There's a lot of stuff down here. Gilgamesh. Okay, this is interesting. Right, now Byzantine games are incredibly aggressive. Gilgabro is my neighbor. He is the worst person to attack in the early game because the war chariots are absolutely brutal and he has such a huge science and culture from his unique improvement. Just early game, it's just not worth it. So we're going to declare friendship. I think a lot of people rush Byzantium. They're like, Byzantium is such a powerful war civ. Let's like immediately attack. And actually, sometimes that's the worst thing you can do. You will have seen there that the Knights of Solomon has triggered. Now, I do want to put a governor in the Knights of Solomon as quickly as possible. Gain 1 profit point and 1 general point per turn. Apostles gain orator promotion, and shrines in cities earn a trade route capacity if there isn't already a market or a lighthouse in the city. Now, this is really interesting because it means you can open holy sites and still get trade routes, which I love. It's a really unique and weird way to play. Trust me, you'll see. They're really fun with Byzantium. And before you say, oh, that seems really overpowered, I hate to break this to you. Every single secret society is overpowered. There's not one that isn't, all right? They're all crazy. Just look at Void Singers. I could be taking Void Singers, okay? Be grateful I'm not playing Void Singers. Now, the one thing Byzantium needs more than anything else is culture. Why does culture required? Well, not only do we get to theology quickly to get ourselves scripture and temples, but we also want to get to divine right, because as we all know, the left is unholy. Plus, Tagma. Tagma are replacements to knights. They have 50 strength, and they boost adjacent units by +4. They are wrecking balls. They are Miley Cyrus-esque wrecking balls. We want them as soon as we can. So I'm thinking culture on plantations isn't a bad shout here. There is, of course, reeds and marshes. There's a few marshes up here, but also look at all this. This is crazy. Now, it is quite close to Gilgamesh, but if I was to settle down here, it would open up quite a lot of the space, and there is horses down here next to marsh, which is very tempting. Okay, there is a conflict here. I don't necessarily know. Appeal I'm not going to be going for with faith, just because I'm going to be cutting a lot of stuff down. My plan here, by the way, is not to go absolutely ham on the domination. We're going to be trying to build up my empire a little bit like I did in the recent Ottoman game, because that was really fun. Just playing sensibly, slowly, methodically. The question is the production from these new cities, is that worth more? Or does it make sense to rush Tagma? I think I want to go economically. So we're going to go reeds and marshes, but I think this would be a very, very good culture plantation start. I can work that pantheon from pretty much turn like 1 on this new city. I couldn't do the same with plantations because I haven't unlocked them yet. We're still quite a way away from that. Maybe I'll regret that. I could well regret that. I don't know. We will see. Barbarian Horseman for 95. Now that is tempting, but you can't upgrade them. Oh wow, you really can't get around this way. There's nothing here for me. Dear, oh dear. Oh, names. I like to thank my channel supporters, the people that support me on Coffee and Patreon. If you ever see me put their names into these episodes, that's why. They're the ones that support the channel. They help me to make the content that I love to make. I am ever grateful for them. Thank you very much. Consider yourself to be like a governor of this city. Look after it for me. Thank you very much. Because we have reeds and marshes, I could, in theory, settle 1 tile down now and work the marsh on turn 1, which is really tempting. The only positive about settling there is I could also settle on this tile later if I wanted to. This is continents and islands. Having stuff on the coast does make sense, but I don't want to crowd my cities together too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the 2-2 tile is good enough. And we could create a really good industrial zone complex in this floodplain. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to settle here. You may remain skeptical of my approach here, but look, it's grounded in like a loose idea, all right? A very loose idea. Opening up 2 holy sites. If I make a religion, that'll help. Obviously, Byzantium gets an extra profit point from each holy site, but also spreads the religion around a little bit quicker at the beginning of the game. Lovely. Question is, do I want to buy the marsh tile for 50? I'm saving for a monument, but that would give me a little bit of extra early growth and a second tile. Yeah, I think it's worth it because the game isn't going to naturally earn that tile for me. Maybe maybe a little bit expensive, maybe a little bit rich for people's taste, but I enjoyed it. Now, Brussels, are you going to go and attack this? You are. Now, that's interesting. That means I'm going to keep my scout around because I might be able to steal the era score here, which is fun. And I don't trust this Barb clan as far as I can throw it. So we're just going to get a quick slinger here. See if we can get the archer kill, but also keep us a little bit safe. Cleopatra. Oh, we can't have that. Look at these two green colors right next to each other. That is atrocious. Ugh. What are you doing? All right. Keep an eye on you. But Egypt, again, early game, quite a difficult kill because of the chariot archer. People always forget the chariot archer, but it is a nightmare to attack because it's really strong and it's really nippy. And the AI really loves pushing things between cities really nicely. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. Oh, I don't quite have the movement to jump in. Ah, that's a shame. We almost snuck a kill there. Almost. Yeah, they've cleared it. At least it's cleared. I think that is actually, in the long run, a better thing for me. But I would have liked to have done that myself. I won't lie. Now, let's work within boosting range of irrigation. Still haven't found another continent, which is slightly annoying. I found Preslav, though. We want a boat. Interesting. All right, that kind of makes the decision for me there. There's the galley. We're going to use this to go and explore. This is going to be one of those games, isn't it? We'll go and explore, and let's move our money to Preslav, get some more visibility and some more era score. We need this golden edge. It's too useful for us. 2 profit points per turn is really good. I would like the shrine, maybe some holy sites, projects to be working there. But look at all these boats. We're going to have to clear that barb camp as quickly as we can. But that quadrireme makes it very difficult because it means this slinger won't be able to clear it by itself. It'll just get picked off. Anjadara being used by Gilgamesh there to great killing potential. Very good. I wonder if Gilgamesh and Egypt are going to go to war. That would be, I think, out of all of the early game options, that would probably be the best for me. Oh, there's a lot of boats here. Ghostfish, you are being the worst. I dislike you. I dislike you majorly. Just want to put that on the record, okay? I really don't like you. Oh, no, we're being surrounded. Quick, try and skirt around this way. Preslav, bows to me. A little bit more exploring done. No tribal villages, unfortunately. That's a shame. Foreign trade. On the last turn, I got that. How annoying. Hey, at least we've got it. Early Empire boosted. We can now jump towards colonization for the settler discount. We're still finding tribal villages. Stick to the tundra. That's what I'm always told. Oh, the slinger. You're about to get double killed here. But look, there's the archery boost and there's the golden edge. We did it. We cleared the barb camp. Excellent news. That is going to make this early game so much easier. Now, what do I do next? Irrigation's within boostable range now, but I'm working through this. I could get so much more gold per turn. Let's go trader builder and then we'll work on it. And then we need to probably get some more settlers. 1 trader unit. All right, never mind. I got a trader from a tribal village. That so rarely happens. I love it. I could trade with Egypt here for some gold, which would be tempting, but I think I need the production and I want to split the cities a little bit here. So let's grab that. That's a nice road between the two of them. Skeptical Bear and Gaia's Faithful will now be connected by a true infrastructure project. The funding has arrived, people. It's beautiful. And Ancient Era ends in 10 turns. Wow, we could not have timed that better if we tried. Lots of islands out here that seem unoccupied at the moment. Good, very good. Egypt hates me because I'm weak. Blimey. All right, don't hold back. I think it's just mean. I don't go around just throwing shade because someone's weak. Well, I guess you can. I guess that's exactly what she's just done. Lots of settling being done up to me. Don't worry about all this. In the long run, anything that you see that's settled will belong to Byzantium at some point. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of patience. That's all this is. It's Byzantium all the way down. It always has been. People just don't realize it yet. But it's important not to jump too far ahead too quickly. Wow, that's a big flood. Did that just knock out population for me? 2 population lost. It did. Well, it's given me some yields, but that's nasty. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, I'm actually very close to a religion. Do I want to rush first religion? I would love feed the world. So I'm going to do 1 holy site prayer, and then we're going to go for the settler. I think we're going to do it in that order. Anshan, somebody else has met you. How boring, but you want an inspiration for craftsmanship, I believe. That's an easy one to do when you just made a builder. Lovely. Okay, well, we've got 2 luxuries I can immediately dig up with that builder. We can get that holy site project done, try and get first religion. It's all coming together, people. It's all coming together. Valletta. Okay, no first meet on Valletta either, but Eureka for sailing. Oh, we're going to end up doing that as well, accidentally, because I'm on a peninsula. At some point, it's going to happen. You 2 at war with each other yet? It's surely only a matter of time. You're far too close to each each other. I've never seen the AI behave like this before. I'm actually going to just wait 5 turns here with the scout, and then I'm going to get the era score next stage because it's more useful to me then. Harold Silgeson, you've got some honey. But Harold, you're sweet enough as it is. Do you want my diplo favor? Why does no one want diplo favor yet? Come on, sort it out. I cannot afford that honey. Oh my lord, I have no gold. Well, actually, this will be sorted by this tobacco. Look at that. Okay, so now I would be getting culture per turn had I gone for the Pantheon. So at this point, it would have sort of switched over. It's worth bearing that in mind. Okay, so I could sell my luxury and buy his and make a bit of gold, but we're just going to hang on to this for a second. Wilhelmina, you have horses and a natural wonder. Wow. All right, good to meet you as well. I'll be honest, the horse situation does not look good. So maybe the iron situation would be better. We need to just work out what strategics I can use, but it's going to guide my offensive play considerably. It's not the best early game combination, but I think in this instance, it's probably needed. Our first religion was claimed, by the way, and they've gone feed the world. Right. Feed the world I really, really wanted because it means that I could have spammed holy sites everywhere. That is frustrating. Why? I was 2 turns away from holy site prayers and I have a boost and everything. This is ridiculous. Never mind. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Thank you for asking. I'm really, really fine. Can you tell how fine I am? Oh, that's better. Look at this. Right. I can buy the honey, the 36 gold, and then sell the tobacco for 188. You gotta love the AI sometimes. Play the AI. Why not? And here's the Knights of Solomon. So there's a general point coming in and a profit point. I could have used that a few turns ago. Never mind. Oh, they all hate that. Everyone hated that. Oh dear. Look, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm just an evil crusading Templar. What is there not to love about that? I'm lovely. I'm wonderful. Settle card. In. Let's get settly, people. Profit. Done. Religion. I will found next turn for era score. It's always about that sweet, sweet era score. Okay, we have no commercial hubs. We have very few districts, and I'm not going to be spreading my religion with apostles right now because we're going to be killing people. So monumentality it is. We're making 10 faith per turn. It's not a huge amount, but it'll do. So in the religion goes. Let's go for the nice blue fish. Do I want a religion that I really want to take around the world with me? Here's the thing. I'm going to be doing a lot of conquering. And the reason I like Feed the World is because it doesn't matter if the holy site is good or bad. If I conquer one, it gets some food. So what else would work? What would be nice here? We could go work ethic, but I've only got +2 on each city, but I guess that helps me with the economy. Or we go choral music and just get culture from shrines. I don't have any shrines yet, but I will do soon. That would help me get Tagma faster. But then work ethic would help me get settlers faster. Zen meditation would help me stay happy if I conquered. No, work ethic. I very rarely get work ethic with Byzantium. Let's try something a little bit different. And then crusade. Well, let's see. That's a lie. If I'm playing Theodora, that's a whole other question. But with Basil's not so into working hard. He's into feeding. He's a feeder, okay? Very different vibe. So +2. Hey, it's 2 production. That's good. And now we've got the religion. We can just sort of sit there for a little bit, which is great. Anyone want to buy the tea? Yeah, tea does sell for quite a bit. And now we're in a different age. Hopefully people will start buying Diplo favor soon. Etibananki has been built. I was tempted to rush that and decided against it. And I'm glad I did because that was early. Here we go. The 2 settlers are coming out a lot quicker now. And I don't want craftsmanship to finish thinking about it. Let's go mysticism a little bit. We can kill this barb camp now. What's the... God, there's an archer in there. Archers are quite good to have. But I think saving the gold for my new cities or for shrines or whatever, I think that's worth it. So let's disperse. Get horseback riding boost. Okay, that's good because I was thinking about whether or not to use it on the cattle, but no, we can keep it on the plantation. Get the craftsmanship boost. That gives me Anshan, which means that I can then move Amani over there. Okay, yeah, it's getting conquered, but hopefully within 5 turns it won't be. Nalanda. Wow, lots of scientific city-states. Very good to know. Very good to know. Now, I could actually, with my 150 faith, get myself another settler, and that would mean I'd get 2 to 5 cities pretty quickly. I like that. I do like that as a plan. I also like the idea of getting these horses, although I think loyalty-wise, that might be tricky. 1, 2, 3 tobacco next to this city. This one would have an amazing first tile. Actually, no, settle on top. And then, of course, we wanted this settlement as well. Although itself would be rubbish until industrialization, so I don't need to rush that one. I'm just keeping an eye out here for things like aqueducts, because I do want industrial zones pretty much everywhere we can go. You know, I think we take the non-freshwater settle here, which sounds ridiculous, but once aqueducts come into play, that works well. 100 Dairo would give me housing if I stole it. No, I think I'm going to go there and then work the horse And just remember that we need to aqueduct to that tile. Yeah, weird play that. I am aware that it is a weird play. Okay, we've got a vague theme here. That's good. That's good. So yes, in short, we're going to get that settler as quickly as possible. Let's use the faith. As I said, we can spread our religion the old-fashioned way with Byzantium. Come on, iron, 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 iron. Give us loads. There's the source of horse, and we got some iron. Nazca's got a bunch of iron to the north. Okay, right. Maybe we need to actually go and settle up here, claim some of this, or conquer Nazca. Conquering Nazca is the option as well. I would spread our religion around quickly. Okay, let's consider that as an option. We're going to go for wheel, unlock the heavy chariot, and then maybe thinking about building a little bit of an army here. We're going for mysticism. Just going to go 3 turns onto military tradition, then go maneuver, get myself some extra production towards the heavy chariots, and we're going to start mopping up some city-states. We don't need city-states. We've played with barb clans deliberately. It means we can go conquering city-states and they will get replaced eventually. All right, I've got a plan. I have an evil plan. It's genius and it's evil. How are you not at war yet? You have touching borders and over 500 army between you. Come on. You must be wanting to war soon. I mean, this is going to just annoy everyone by settling over here, isn't it? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I can hire a crossbow. Why can I hire crossbows? I don't like that. I really don't like that. That's awful. Why do people have crossbows already? No. Dear oh dear. That's terrifying. Barb clans tend to have troops in some way connected to the technology of the players on the map, right? So if, in short, if crossbows are available to the barbarians, you ask yourself, where did you get those from? Where be those crossbows? It's not a good answer. It's not an answer we need answering very quickly. Not a question we need answer. Look, you know what I mean. We're not happy about it. All right, military tradition. I think we can get rid of discipline now. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm going to pick up maneuver, beeline towards state workforce for the governor. Hope that Boudica will arrive soon. That'd be cool if she does. And we'll print out some heavy chariots in 5 turns. In the meantime, 2 slingers. Then I can upgrade those into archers. I'm actually thinking Mohenjo-Daro. Mohenjo-Daro is an interesting choice because it's got a theatre square and also a monument. So culture-wise, if I'm trying to rush my culture, this is a really good conquer. Plus it will spread my religion to all of my new cities, including this one here, Cherson, or Dobra as we like to call you. I need to be a little bit happier to keep you happy, but that's doable. That's very doable with the right stuff. 150 gold for a builder. That is fine. Work on the monument and we'll get a holy site working as quick as we can. Do I want to stay friends with Gilgamesh? I don't want him attacking me and he's right next to me. So yeah, we're going to just keep friends, but I'm keeping an eye on you, Gilgamesh. I'm sorry. I'm warning you now. Audience, if you have a faint disposition, if you find yourself troubled by the crueler side of Civilization 6, I beg you, look away for the remainder of this video because we are going to have to attack Gilgamesh. I'm calling it now. I'm saying it so that you just get ready. You get used to that idea, okay? I'm just saying. Anyway, that's Anshan. We have no great works, but that is a bit more era score. And Kamasi is there. Kamasi's way more interesting. Oh, we could trade route to city-states. Keep like a couple alive. That wouldn't be the worst idea, you know? All right, let me stew on that idea. That's an idea that needs stewing upon. Horseback riding. Oh, we've already got that. Of course we do. We can pick up this tea though. Macedon. Egypt has stolen Mohenjo-Daro. You two just kiss and go to war already, okay? Is that what people do? That might not be what people do. Okay, ignore that advice. I take that advice back. Wow, Mohenjo-Daro is just having its units hired left and right and left and right. It is essential property of the Barb clan. An immortal. Interesting. This one is still the crossbow. I mean, I don't need an immortal, but any game where I'm offered an immortal, it's always like a, maybe I do want an immortal. Note how Mohenjo-Daro has 0 military. I dislike that. How about Singapore? 200. You've got warriors. I'm looking for a city-state that has troops. Why? Because I want to kill them. Simple. Simple question. Simple answer. Urban planning back in now. Finish that slinger. Get the heavy chariot sorted. Actually, I could go state workforce here. Government plaza. Maybe work that holy site a little bit more. Just a smidge. It's tempting. I think one thing I'm fairly happy with is Brussels is not one I want to conquer because it's just a bit of a rubbish city. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to move Armani to Kamasi. We're going to work on getting Kamasi and my trade routes are now going to go to Brussels, which means I don't need Magnus, which means we can get Pingala and the capital. Or I will just leave you in Dobra for now just to boost that loyalty. Well, we're happy now, so that will be boosting itself naturally. But you know what I mean? We have a plan. It's a terrible plan, but it is a plan. Egypt has denounced me. Egypt obviously has units around me. I'm not keen. But Egypt has denounced Gilgamesh, which means Gilgamesh, I think, would probably offer a formal war. No, you wouldn't at the moment. You wimp. Get more than 105 strength. You're supposed to have war chariots. What's going on, Gilgamesh? Don't be like this. Don't be shy when I need you. Ah, terrifying. City 4. Beautifully super stevoed. And I am going to get a builder because there are so many luxuries here. We can make a ton of gold. Archery. This is why I've built so many slingers at the beginning of the game. Now we have this as an option. I'm also, as I say before, I'm going to start moving my trade routes to Brussels. It's a good central route for me there. And Kamassi's about to kick in. Can you feel it kicking in? Oh, it's lovely. Oh, citrus. So happy now. Never been happier. In fact, we're actually now ecstatic. Hey. And horseback riding. We do have some horses. A small source of horse. Never, ever doubt the power of a source of horse. I'm warning you now. It's too strong. It's too strong to doubt. You can't do it. These are my two archers. Egypt is getting a religion. That is perfect. That's really what we wanted to see. Netherlands and Macedon both have religions. I never found where Macedon's up here. So if we conquer that other continent, then obviously we will get more taxes strength. But Mohenjo-Daro having absolutely no combat units is incredibly frustrating. Like, what's going on? Could you sort yourself out, please? I'm going to take the raw gold rather than the gold per turn. It's just helpful to me now. And we're just spamming heavy chariots. I need probably 3 or 4 of these and we should be absolutely loving life. Egypt has heavy chariots. Not a problem. Not a problem. Kamassi. All right, this trader is probably worth a little bit. Oh no, we gained Kamassi and then instantaneously lost it. Sure. All right, well, I'll take it. Thank you. Kamassi's probably going to get killed. That's fine. Try it again. There we go. 1 gold, 2 culture. Yeah, that's really, really good. Okay, we need to get the shrines up as soon as we can. Get that all sorted. Chariot archers exist. Be very careful of the chariot archers. Political philosophy. Now, I am tempted to go oligarchy for the +4 combat strength on melee, anti-cav, and naval, but I don't need it. No, I would rather get classical republic because the extra amenity from every city when you start conquering is so much better as a legacy card. I cannot tell you how much better it is. It's just wild how much better it is. All right, so just that's why I'm doing it. Okay, we're getting maneuver. Still need that one. Planning is really good. Diplomatic league. I am finding a lot of new city states. That would be wonderful. And we'll go for the extra gold on the trade routes because we are going to start getting some trade routes in the near future. Now, look at this. Egypt. I've left a scout and an archer just randomly around. Why is that interesting? Well, it means we can turn 1 war, ruin Egypt's day. Gilgamesh, come on, joint war. You know you want to. I'm not paying you that much. Fine. Formal war with Egypt. Now, we're not necessarily attacking in terms of claiming all of her cities, but what we're doing is we're picking off units. Why are we picking off units? Because Byzantium. You ready for this? We're at war with Mohenjo-Daro. We're at war with Edfu. In fact, actually, do I want to declare war on Singapore at the same time? The archer will take a bit of a hit, but I think it's worth it. Declare war on Singapore, and then, bam, check out the era score. 3-6 era score, because we converted these 2 cities whilst at war. You're welcome. That's just how Byzantium works, okay? It's beautiful. It's a lovely thing. Right, now we want to go for Tagma, but before that, feudalism, because we're still playing this in a way that means we need lots of builders, so we still want to get that. We're going to just go and ransack some stuff with his warrior while we're here. Oh, this galley's in trouble. Okay, you run away. Why are you building Machu Picchu? Egypt, stop it. What is the AI's obsession with Machu Picchu? Will we ever understand? I know I'll never understand. Macedon loves me. Yeah, I know. It's because of my smile. Because of my lovely, lovely smile. Now, this scout is stuck. There's nothing that scout can do, which is lovely. It means it's just going to sit there, take the damage, give me experience, and spread my religion further. This archer is a little bit weak here, but I'm just going to cross the river into enemy land and get crusade. I have 2 more heavy chariots, and the 5 should be plenty. We won't need anything more. Oh, a crossbow. Lovely. Well, this warrior's dead. Do I want to pillage here for 100 gold? I think I probably do. You're going to die anyway. I can't escape. I'll take the gold and I'll run. Horseback riding. Actually, you know what? I might actually get 1 horse. After the heavy chariot, 1 horseman. I use the horses. I've got them stockpiled. I might as well. It's a very powerful unit. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we need more than the heavy chariots. I think they should be absolutely plenty, but never complain. And look at this. Because Singapore follows my religion, heavy and light cavalry units do full damage against walls. You see that? Barely take any damage ourselves. Heavy chariots are early game battering rams. They are brilliant. Oh, the crossbow ran away. Don't complain. Just take it, okay? Just take it. We're good. We're fine. As my gold kicks together and goes up, by the way, we are going to start getting shrines because don't forget, Knights of Solomon gives us a trade route capacity every time I get a shrine. And then I can use some faith to get the trade and then start new routes to Brussels. We want to be getting, ideally, this will bank in as fast as we can, but, you know, one step at a time. Okay, now Singapore has started to worry. They're like, this could be bad news. Maybe being attacked right now is not a good thing. To that I say, you know what? I don't care. Okay, there's a unit from Mohenjo-Daro. Excellent. We're going to go and kill this now and spread the religion around this way. Gilgamesh can follow my religion. That's fine. Remember, it's the units we really want to kill. So we can just afford to slow down a little bit here. Make sure we're claiming what we want. We also don't have Warlord's Throne yet. I would like Warlord's Throne. Warlord's Throne is good. City number 5. Nestled on the coast of this archipelago, Thessalonica is a haven for people like Ursa. Loners who very rarely talk to other people. Ursa can find himself content and at peace, hidden in Thessalonica with Super Stevo. No, not you. Hang on. Why is it in every playthrough, it's always you, Super Stevo? Why are you the one that gets doubled up on? Stop it. Stop being so greedy. Dear. I'm joking. It's clearly my fault. You know, I'm actually kind of thinking maybe I do internal trade routes, but Kamasi's working okay for now. It's just whether or not Kamasi's going to stay alive. There's a very good risk of Kamasi being killed. Depends if Macedon decides that Kamasi is just too much, you know? Mohenjo-Daro does not follow my religion, which I dislike majorly, but maybe there are some levied units around, and I could just actually get a missionary, you know, do this the old-fashioned way. We'll see, but that, another burst of religion. It's Memphis. Memphis is the one I want to convert here. Okay, well, I kind of want to be getting some infrastructure now. Let's build some actual stuff. Let's build an empire that will test the time of always. Is that the phrase? I'm pretty sure that's the phrase. Let's start getting these traders up and running. The trade and time will time and trade forever, as we all know. 'Tis the way. I've watched The Mandalorian. All you have to do is just say, it is the way, and suddenly everyone's like, oh yes, it is the way. Congratulations. This totally explains everything. Hello, Singapore. Goodbye, Singapore. You're mine now. I think loyalty-wise, it's looking rough. That's a shame. I was kind of hoping that would be pretty good. But there are more units hidden behind. That's a wonderful thing. And look, I found a scout. This is what I've been looking for. Just anything that can spread religion to Mohenjo-Daro. I don't want to wait 2 turns and then use a missionary like a normal person. Ugh, who do you take me for? Sorry, Pinkala. I don't mean to use you as the loyalty buffer. That is not what you're designed for. Yet, here we are. Build ancient walls. If we had Valletta, we could just pray those in. I'm going to leave that one on cooldown for a second. In the meantime, writing will do. We're going to go towards apprenticeship now. Where does this scout retreat to? Oh, it doesn't. Epic. Okay. Well, ain't that interesting? I'm going to get Strat just to get a great person. Urban planning, Canavasseries. I think these are still pretty good cards for now, but come on, get the kill. No, that's fine. We'll just get that in instead. Singapore is being taken back, which I don't approve because Crusade is terrible for defending, but we can move some archers in here and we can start doing a barrage of damage back, thus hopefully convincing you to leave me alone. That's the aim, that's the play, and that's the cotton. Nice. Now we've unlocked the Hippodrome, but I do not want to build it until we have unlocked the Tagma, because the 3 unit is just whatever the most advanced heavy cavalry is. So if you haven't unlocked it, you just get a war chariot, and that's rubbish. We don't want that. No. We deserve more than that. We deserve plenty more than that. Come on, spread to Mohenjo-Daro. Please. There we go. That is beautiful. The religion is really coming along nicely, and now that means we can get the siege and start to destroy it. It's a 6 population city. It's behind enemy lines. I absolutely would love to claim this for myself, and there are the walls down. Epic. People love war though, and they like buying things that are produced at war. We're not going to ask any questions about that. Actually, I've pillaged and sold a significant chunk of gold here. I think I had something to really use it with. Just keep pillaging. When in doubt, if you find yourself behind enemy lines, pillage everything. And I do mean everything. I'll tell you what I could use my gold on. I could buy some horses. A source of horse or 2. That would be amazing. Let's just do that. This is all basically pillaged gold anyway. And let's load up on horsemen on the front line. That is another another 2. 1, 2. These are very powerful units. Let's go kill some Egyptian units. Sometimes it's easy to look at these sort of games and think, your economy's all over the place. Where are your yields? And those are fair questions, but also got to remember it's still only turn 73, and we are already on 6 cities, with the 7th on the way. Speaking of, hello there, Mohenjo-Daro. You are a fine addition to my collection, especially because I wasn't really going to be making use of a cultural city-state. It's got monuments. We can fix the theater square. Well, when I figure out what a theater square is, you get the idea. Kamasi keeps getting stolen. Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of those really annoying ones where Kamasi just gets repeatedly stolen over and over and over. Like, I do like these trade routes, but I'm wondering if Internals are gonna, I wonder if that well-known movie, The Eternals, from Marvel is the answer. Yeah, it probably is. If I was to do that, it would be back to the capital, which I am about to build in. Yeah, let's do this. Come on, let's do it. Internals, back to the capital. Make it so. It's simpler. It's easier. These Brussels routes will be done in 22 turns. I'll reset them then. There's the crossbow. Okay, this crossbow is going to give me a lot of grief, so we're going to try and rush this with all of the horsemen at the same time and hopefully bring a great general, not Boudica, but somebody in at the same time with Crusade. I can probably bypass the crossbow. That's the hope anyway. It's an ambitious play, but it's one that may well work. Or catapult. Yeah, now this is the sort of thing we need. We do need to spread our religion into Egypt's lands. The crossbow seems to have disappeared. Hopefully the catapult will sit back in the city and stop their units from reinforcing properly. Hey, I heard you guys liked economy. Wow, our luxuries are selling for a lot. Most of those from Poppy Dudeville. There's even more tea here. Yeah, maybe I should have gone for plantation culture. I would like to officially put it on the record that I now know I think I got that one wrong. But look, it's all about knowing you're wrong and accepting it. I know why I did it. I think I made the correct choice at the time, even if it's not the choice I would make right now. Okay, seeing as we are going to go back to internals, we're going to just pop that. Whoa, what's happening with the camera? Just have to reset the camera mod a little bit. There we go. Plonk that down. Harvest resource. Magnus, in you go to Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Get a warlord's throne in Constantinople and you'll be conquering Istanbul. Even old New York. I could sing that song all day. None of you need to hear that. That's a terrible thing to hear. But we know the crossbow is in the capital, which is great, which is just an opportunity to attack Edfu. And if there's one thing I love, it's an opportunity to attack Edfu and spread my religion. Bam. And yeah, I reckon about 6 unit kills we should convert their holy city. Things we're giving up on Kamasi. Let's go to Valletta. Use a little bit of this faith to get stuff like walls and monuments. No peace. No peace. I want a piece of your empire, friend. Oh, they're chasing down my warrior. Go on then. All the way over here. Oh, that's a legion. That's a legion. Okay. I quite like a legion, you know. Yeah, go on, man. I'll have one of those. Thank you. It's not essential for me, but it's good fun. It's good, clean fun for the family. And this city is surrounded with a swordsman inside. Excellent. That's a man-at-arms. Okay, Egypt has taken a big power spike in the upwards direction, which is the least favorite direction for a power spike, but don't worry. We can still do lots of damage here as long as we take our time. We have the archer just chipping away. The crossbow has made its way over to try and deal with my pillaging units, which is totally fine. You can do that if you'd like. We'll keep the pillaging going just for now. Another crossbow. Okay, it seems like Egypt can actually make them, which is not ideal. We don't want to fight that sort of noise, not until we get Tagma. So what we're going to do is try and get a good peace deal out of this one. We're 1 turn away from Warlord's Throne. That will give us time to get a bit of production in. Maybe try and steal this city if we can, but spend some time converting. Might as well just get that religion flip. Thank you. Once we have Tagma, crossbows are really not going to be a problem, but it's just until that point we are struggling. Yeah, there's crossbow spam here. No, it's okay. Don't worry. This was always very, very early to be going in for a war like this. We've done what we need to do, and to be honest with you, I'm kind of just waiting until the friendship with Cimmeria runs out in 3 turns. Then we've got more options in this direction. But the Warlord's Throne is now finished. Excellent. Now Magnus can get surplus logistics for increased trade route capacity. Yields, we're up to 3-2. That'll be a 5-2 almost instantaneously. Then we can take Eid through this turn. We can get the production bonus and we can get get out of here. Legion attack, horseman attack, and then retreat with this horseman into the city itself. Military engineering has advanced considerably, has the loyalty -17. Egypt being in a golden age here is making this quite tricky, but there we go. 20% production across the nation. Do I hold? Do I just keep the war open and let them attack me and try and get some more crusade? I think that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to just lure them backwards a little bit. So yeah, you come back here. We're going to hold firm. We're going to hold this city, plonk Victor in it just to keep it safe, and get everything set up as quickly as we can. This is great. So hopefully we'll see some units appearing, trying to chase me down, and we'll spread our religion a little bit faster. There's the letter anyway. Don't mind me if I simply pray some walls in and get ourselves engineering and catapults. Just because we can ignore walls doesn't mean we need to. And a great general. Now this actually gives me a significant boost in combat power here. Legion, horsemen, everything now more powerful. Just take a few turns to heal. Time to put some aqueducts in as well. Just locking the price of them in. It's exactly the sort of thing I will forget to do later. Don't mind me if I just steal apprenticeship from this lovely campus. This has been a real good source of yields for me. Oh, hello, crossbow. This is the sort of thing we want to keep an eye out for because we can just nip out, get a kill, nip back in. Bish, bash, bosh. In fact, we can almost lure them out by using our great general just to go and have a peek. There we go, there's a second crossbow. We've got to be so careful. Those things sting. They really do sting. Those crossbows are an absolute pain. Oh, there's a missionary there as well. It would be so risky to nip out and get all of these kills, but we have a lot of gold to replace units, and we've got a bit of a massed army that are just waiting for something to do. So now is the time, I think. That's a pikeman. Oh, you know what? They are set up almost perfectly to stop me here. That missionary kill was really good because that actually reduces their faith as well as giving me an opportunity to boost mine. We'll go for one attack and then two for spreading this. Come on, flip. We're going to lose a couple of units doing this, but I think it's worth it. I'm going to leave the great general there in the hope the crossbow moves to attack it. Okay, I lost a scout and they took a pop at a horseman, but it survived. Good, good, good. Plus, I managed to kill this outpost. The golden age is secure. We will continue to fight onwards. I don't like that, but pikemen can get killed by my legion if we have a chance. I think, though, this is still not a good time to be invading. We pull back, lure them out once again. I'm going to get one courser. I'm trying not to give too many horsemen that upgrade, mainly because I like the pillaging upgrade more, but hang on. Oh, what's this? Have you left yourself exposed? I believe you have. That's another cheeky kill and another conversion, and the religion has been lost in their capital city. That's a good sign. It means crusade is only a matter of time. And I'm going to let my friendship with Sumeria disappear. The heavy chariots are really powerful. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to say no. All the whilst getting things like... Actually, I'm going to get a catapult this time. Crusade catapults have a lot more power than you think, especially if walls pop up. Okay, the pikeman has decided to come and attack me near my city, which is great because it means I can get a double shot there. Use the catapult to attack and then kill with the legion, converting the holy city, which now means my taxes combat strength boost should in theory have gone to +6. Yes, it has. Which city was it? It was Memphis. It was this one. Oh, it's not even the one I thought it was. Okay, can I get the kill? Go on. Yes, come on. We just need crusade on this city and we're there. Sometimes just a tiny bit of patience is all you need, and we've done it. We've broken through. Look at that Rakatat. Now it's building walls as it's gonna do every now and then, but don't worry, that's why we're getting a catapult. Apprenticeship finished. Okay, so we're going to do what we've done before by lining up trade routes, using work ethic, but then also building industrial zones. We're going to get as much production going as is possible. Shrine. Let's get these traders rocking. Trade routes. It's a trade route. It's the tradiest in history. We've got another catapult. We've got the capital sieged. Let's see what this next stage brings us. Walls, unfortunately. The warrior was killed. That was actually helping with the siege, but doing a good job pillaging, but never mind. Let's see what Egypt goes into. That's going to be crucial. Egypt have gone normal age. Oh, so the loyalty should be significantly better now. Yeah, it is. Excellent. What's going to help with our conquest? I think, it's still going to be monumentality, seeing as we've got so much faith per turn. I think that's an easy decision. Well, the catapults will make short work of this city, no doubt. And the pillaging, well, the pillaging resumes until behavior improves. I got the pillage card. Not yet. Didn't go for military training in the end, did we? Never mind. Keep stealing faith. Might as well steal faith. I mean, faith is quite literally used for more empire, really, isn't it? So It's not a bad thing. I'm going to get rid of strategos now. Just dump my envoy somewhere that it's going to be useful. Valletta. I like Valletta. We'll put charismatic leader in and conscription for a bit more gold. That takes me above 100 gold per turn. Beautiful. Oh, there's the crossbow. Hello, Mr. Crossbow. Just can't help yourself, can you? Voting wasn't particularly exciting, although cotton was banned, which is frustrating because that's one of mine. Never mind. The crossbow. You couldn't help yourself. Here you are. Leaving yourself very, very, very exposed. 1 and 2. Go on, Crusade. Yeah, Crusade is that. That means my catapults have got something that they can get their teeth into now. Perfect. I think the idea will be to take 2 cities at the same time. If I can do that, I think the loyalty won't be anywhere near as much of a problem. But saying that, though, we do want to spread them out a little bit because then Warlord's Throne gets the maximum benefit. So there's pros and cons for doing it either way. Was Gilgamesh invaded? I think he has. Now the religious emergency, we absolutely want this to go through, so I'm only going to vote against it once. And yes, we're going to liberate Preslav, so I'll go on that city-state emergency. But religious emergencies have this funny thing where if I win it, I get a culture bomb of religion. Well, not a culture bomb, a religious bomb around the city that I've converted, in this particular case, Memphis. But then the game still has this coded badly. So every time I take a city, I get the same bomb. It's absolutely brilliant, and I love it. So just keep an eye out for that. I would like to level up my catapults, give my troops just a little bit of time to heal, and take the capital, which gives me feudalism. Oh, nice. I didn't even mean to do that, but I like it. So feudalism, done. Stirrups, boosted. City, kept. City, loyal. Ekaber, you can have Egypt's capital. It's amazing. Ekaber, this city is already distinctly better than quite a lot of what I've got. Wonderful. And I love the fact the Warlord's Throne applies to things that I've just conquered. Feels kind of like the wrong way around. But anyway, we fixed the shrine as a priority. We'll get the trade route with the trade route. We can get it linked up with Guy's Faithful. Once it's linked up, the production will all come through. Yeah, I like this internal route. These internal routes are wonderful. Oh yeah, look at that. 6 food now. With feudalism, we can make our way to super horses. We can go for a tagma of the clones. A tagma of the clones? No, hang on. A tagma clones. A tagma of the clones. Why is this so hard? Why is the joke not there? I'm gonna watch this. I was actually thinking, do I just wait and just take one of these every 5 turns? At turn 88, we could go like 93, 98, 103, 108, really draw the Warlord's Throne out. But no, I think we're just gonna claim momentum where possible. I'm gonna let Sumeria do the hard work here. So there'll be an element of taking this nice and slow, but I intend for it to all be mine. But now we have feudalism, we get the empire sorted. And by getting the empire sorted, I mean, it's time to builder spam. Everyone gets a 5-charge builder. Everyone. Well, by everyone, I mean like some of you. But some of you get one. I'd saved up about 600 faith to do that. And this is why the pillaging's really useful. Walls. What did they say about walls? You're not allowed walls. Except me. I'm allowed walls because, you know, I'm great. Industrial zone. Get it rocking. We want the engineers and we want them now. Who do we want? Engineers. When do we want them? Anytime, please. Anytime that's convenient. What would help with my play? I could unlock the dronemen. I'm thinking actually getting some dronemen to start attacking coastal units over here could be really good. And when I inevitably want to bring my army over the sea, that would also help. But equally, I could go for the Corsair or the Trebuchet. I think I'm going to want the Trebuchet first, but I think both are good. Both have a place in my heart. That's all you've got to do in Civ. You've got to believe in the heart of the cards. Pretty sure that's the right game. Oh, I tell you what, the chops, the mines. Oh, it's all happening now. And would you stop building crossbows? I object to this on so many levels. Like, it's mad how many levels I have that I object to crossbows on. Selling diplomatic favor, once you go below 0, eventually they will whittle away into nothing. We don't want that. And it looks like Gilgamesh is doing a fairly good job on this city. Good for him. I shall reward him by stealing it from out under him. And handing it to my loyal supporter, Unimatrix 0. It's totally fair. Oh, you actually have a hippodrome. Hey, these things have 3 amenities. 3. It's obscene. That encampment's pretty handy as well, though. Valletta means that I could pray in stuff like barracks, stables. That would be good. All right, maybe I'll have to start saving some faith up. Although the builders are very handy as well. Monumentality is actually getting my empire really rocking. Don't you denounce me because of War Macedon. You love it, and you know you love it. That's That's the annoying thing. You can't even lie about the matter. You're like, ooh, I do love it. It's really good. So don't give me that. All right? I know you. Seemingly, I know you better than you know yourself. Industrial zones. Why did I build it there when I was building something of... I need to put more pins down. A pinned mind is a happy mind. Oh, you moved the crossbow out. You fool. Why would you do that? Quick dip into military training there. Sorry, I'm gonna have to lose that gold per turn. I need the raid card in. 50% extra pillaging makes every pillage so worth it. 111 faith doesn't sound like much. Well, that's pretty much a free builder. It is a lot. It's a huge amount. And actually, I'm just gonna get the stable here in Unimatrix 0 first with the pillaged goods, and then we'll go from there. Actually, look, we've got 2 trebuchet upgrades we can have now. Actually, I can afford one already. Ah, lovely. Tray buckets, my favorite. How much niter did I get? 1 source of niter. You've got to be kidding me. This has not been the game for strategics, has it? Oh, I just put those pins down. I just put those pins down. Why does... okay, it's fine. Didn't need that. Didn't even need... maybe Brussels has got to die. All right, at least it's a strategic. So the mine gets put there. Well, it doesn't really help, but okay, well, we'll work it. We'll work it. It's fine. Drama and poetry would be a useful card if I intended to use it in any way, shape, or form, but I don't. What I am going to do, though, is use a catapult and then a tray bucket, which is basically 3 buckets tied to a piece of string and then lobbed at great force. It's a wonderful invention. It's a marvel of modern engineering. And then we're going to go and liberate Preslav. I was thinking about keeping Preslav for myself, and then I thought, nah, there's an emergency for it. We might as well join in. Let's go be the good guy for once. And by good guy, I mean morally questionable at best. Everyone's favorite. Hello there. I'm Sir Ryan, and I'm morally questionable. You can quote me on that. Is it a war crime if no one's around to see it? If Canada storms the USA and burns down the White House, but no one sees them, is it technically against the Geneva Conventions? We'll never know. Look, I'm in a funny mood, all right? I've had one of those days. I was telling my wife this earlier. I was having one of those days today where literally anything I could have dropped, forgotten, moved, tripped over, anything from any category like that involving dexterity or logic, I just unilaterally failed today. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it at all. It's probably fine. You know, because normally I'm so nimble on my feet. Loyalty is a little better in this area now, which is good. But Preslav, well, it needs to be fully raided. That is something that needs to happen. Seeing as I'm going to liberate it, I might as well liberate it all on fire. They're not going to mind. They're not going to mind, so why concern ourselves with it not being on fire? These are the questions. No one ever asks the correct questions when it comes to this stuff. Why shouldn't it be on fire when I hand it back? It's easier to spot from space, okay? That's the main thing. We are really industrializing though. Blimey. Industrial zone, workshop, builders everywhere. Gee, speaking of, this is all on fire. More builders. I have genuinely, I think in the last few years, and it's been a few years since I've played Byzantium, I feel like I've totally changed my game, and probably in a good way. I'm just so much more economically focused now than I was a couple years back. I'm just more refined and cultured. I think that's what I'm trying to say. As you can see is now everyone has denounced me. And Gilgamesh is like, I'm not denouncing you, right? We're gonna be friends, aren't we? And I'm like, shh, sweet prince. Sweet prince, shh, don't panic, Gilgamesh. It'll be over soon, I promise. Right, sailing somehow I stole from Preslav. Don't ask how it got there. It's not an important question. So even though we've got 11 cities at turn 96, and we have 25 more population than the next closest person, scientifically we are currently in last, but I think we should be able to catch up. We're only 7 techs behind. It's a good start. It's a good start. I tell you what, there's really not much left to raid, is there? Everything's on fire. Actually, no, hang on, one thing. Now everything's on fire. So that can come out. Let's go for some gold per turn. I know conscription gets you more, but I just like putting it on my trade routes rather than just discounting something. I don't know. There's a foolish, prideful element to it that I can't quite explain. It's one that transcends all logic. We can finally pick up the Sergeant, the 2nd level of the Knights of Solomon, who, to be honest with you, as you can probably see, they haven't really impacted the game so far very much. We've just been earning 1 profit point and 1 general point the entire game. I guess the major thing is the trade routes on shrines. okay, we've got 5 trade routes more than we should have done. But to be honest with you, I just would have played with commercial hubs. It wouldn't have really been that different. This is when it starts to get a little bit different. Allows me to construct the Temple of Solomon, a powerful replacement to the temple. What is the Temple of Solomon? It is a replacement to the temple that gives 25% production in this city towards land military units, like Tagma, and generates gold equal to the faith adjacency bonus of the holy site. It's fun. All I need now is to unlock it, which I will do next turn. Actually, you know what? Let's start making some more settlers. Unbelievably, we actually are in a space now, but we could start looking to expand to the north. So I don't really need them just yet, but I'll keep an eye out. Oh, now that everything's on fire, let's 3 Preslav. Like so. Could keep it, but no. 100 diplo favor. And a military ally that gives me loyalty per turn in cities for each encampment building, which is really good when you consider the fact the AI likes building encampments above pretty much everything else. Epic. Now let's finish off Egypt. More diplo favor and an emergency 1. You fools. I am the emergency. Right, scripture goes in now. This faith per turn is very handy for me. Now we've got the Droman unlocked, I think. The next best thing to do would be to mathematics this right the way through to buttress and then into industrialization. Industrialization always helps. Always does. I'm really tempted to keep Gilgamesh as an ally here, but this is a Byzantium game, but it's Gilgabro. It's Gilgabro. Does he have any wonders? Tell you what, his land sucks. It really does. Fine, I'm keeping him as a friend. I'm going to keep him as a military ally. We're going to get alliances soon. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing it. He'll be the last person. If I do end up killing him, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just keep him around. I don't know. I can't guarantee anything, okay? Leave me alone. I'm just doing my best. So instead, now we have shipbuilding. We'll go through to buttress and then to cartography, and we'll cross the gap and we'll land around Nalanda and head towards the Dutch lands. She's only got 229 military strength. Hopefully I'll have Tagma before the crossing. In fact, I will insist upon it. I will make sure I have Tagma before we cross. I don't want to cross without it. It'd just be a bad move all round. There you go. I could feel it, right? I knew what you were saying in the comments. Ursa, how could you go against Gilgamesh? What are you doing? Do you even have a soul? That is a good question, and I'm not sure I know the answer to that, but at least I can say, look, now I'm behaving myself, okay? We're going to be friends with old Gilgamesh, and he's actually a really good source of money. It pays to have at least one ally on the map, I find. I just wanted to bring this back up. Do you remember this drawing? All right, we actually have temples available now. So I think we jump in on this. We're going to actually claim Nazca as well as Brussels just to get some diplo favor. There we go. And yeah, let's get Temple of Solomon. Adjacency of my holy site is +2. So it's not only worth 6 faith, but it also gives me a general point, 25% production on land military units and gold adjacency. Oh, it's beautiful. Why on earth would I need anything else? I don't know. Now, do you think we're going to get the kill down here? Not this turn, but we will next turn. Trying to work out if Abydos is worth keeping. I have a feeling it's not. I might get rid of that one, but Memphis does have Mashipishi and a holy site. Yeah, Abydos is, I think, just a bit of a waste of resource. So we're going to let that one go. I can't take them all. We have to be sensible sometimes. I know, sometimes. Pains me to say it. Makes me feel horrible saying it. Ugh, sensible. What does that word even mean? 10 population. Count with the count. 1 population. 2 population. No, I'm not going to do that. I heard myself. All right. It was annoying. Psych. 3 population. Now disintegrate the walls, please. Yes. Well, that was without the lead. Whoops. Keep attacking. Memphis will fall. And if it doesn't, then I will get angry. And you don't want that. Civil service. There's nothing civil about what we're doing, I tell you. Right, military alliance. You actually met anybody else? You've met everyone else. Yeah, all right. Military alliance is good. Now, I think because you're still at war, that means we get another +5 combat strength against units only. I had to check that. Okay, fine. Don't worry. It's all good. It all washes out at the same time. And Memphis? Yay. Embrace the AFs. AFs? Asps? The aft of the ship. Go and embrace that. Yeah, we'll keep it because I tell you what, Mashi Pishu is amazing to have. So, Glibban, Thirdas, congrats. It's all yours. It's all yours. Am I getting district discounting on the repair bill? I am. That's mad. Look at me go. I'm brilliant. And 2 temples as well. All right, Tagma is just around the corner. Thank goodness. bonus. I will celebrate by putting in natural philosophy. And I've just realized we're at 240 production now. Wow, our turn 100 yields are pretty decent. I mean, they're not exceptional. They're okay, but I'll take them. I'll take them. It's worth checking with people that have denounced you because often they do still want to trade with you. They say they don't, but when actually it comes around to it, they're like, ooh, go on then. I'll have a little bit of what you've got going. Just a small sniff. Huff, huff, huff. There we go, religious emergency. If I conquer a city now, it gets a big religion burst. It is so broken. I'm still convinced that it was meant to be patched out the game before, but it's still there. So there you go. You're all certainly welcome. So a couple of the units I'm sending ahead, things like crossbows and trebuchets aren't going to get an upgrade, but the heavy chariots and the horsemen, anything that's going to get an upgrade, I'm just leaving here because we're going to get divine right, and then I'm going to unlock mercenaries and save myself a bunch of gold, and then we'll attack. But Nalanda's first. I'd like to keep Nalanda, don't get me wrong, but spreading the religion via killing the units is a really good idea. 820. I think we can easily do that. Time for monarchy with me at the head. This is totally reasonable and fine, and this will not go as a power trip in any way. Don't worry about it. Now, maritime industries. This is going to get popped in so I can build some dromons. I think that'll help with the attack. Serfdom is still useful. Scripture is still useful. Republican legacy is giving me some decent yields. I'm right on the cusp of being happy. It's a bit IRL really, isn't it? Just on the cusp, everybody. And let's go for limes just for a little bit because we are a monarchy. It would be handy to keep some walls going up just for a bit. Castles finished because I now have the government. I was kind of queuing that one up. We're still waiting for cartography. Mercenaries will give us the cheap units. But as mentioned, we'll get a little bit of housing from the walls. So let's just cut some of these up. You never know. Maybe I'll go for a tourism victory. I can't even keep a straight face when I say that. Dear. Here we go. Dromons, 2 turns. We can just cross the sea and start attacking Nalanda with them. Amazing. Oh wow, that's not as easy a crossing as I had hoped. We might need to wait for cartography. Yeah, I just assumed we'd be able to get across, but we can't. No. All right, fine. Geneva, the perfect city-state for me because I'm so peaceful all the time. Don't you give me that look. It's totally true. Do I get a hippodrome now? It's tempting. Yeah, go on, man. I'll start building a couple in cities that have industrial zones and holy sites. I don't need many of them, but it does help to keep me happy. So that's nice. The Droman. It's like a regular boat, but it spits fire. I've lost my 20% extra production. That's a shame. Oh, Nalanda, why have you got a man-at-arms randomly in the middle of the sea? Doesn't seem like a very sensible thing to be doing to me. Your cities are built properly. Thank you. It's because they're mostly stolen. Wait, I said the silent part out loud. Hang on. Why is everybody insisting on not trading with me? Look. Oh, actually, you will. Yay. I know we're about to go to war, but that doesn't matter. Look, I don't have to be an international pariah. We can just be friends. How do you feel about that? Yeah, good? I thought you'd feel good about that. Every now and then I just check in with Gilgamesh. I'm like, hey, would you like my Diplo favor? And he's like, sure. Look at that gold I've saved up. That's some good gold. Good golly gold. Mercenaries. Okay, quick change. We're going to put in Diplomatic League, and Limes is useful, but Professional Army is more useful. Also going to put retinues in briefly. Let's get this sorted. We have a bunch of units that need upgrading. A Tagma is 5 iron and 160 gold. That is absolutely fine. We have a few of them. These are all battle-hardened Tagma as well, plus 4 combat strength to any unit around them. We also then have coursers, a man-at-arms, a crossbow, another Tagma over here. Amazing. Well, that is just quite a significant power spike. Sorry, Netherlands. We're going to get absolutely in your grill very, very quickly. Now to guilds, I want to put the craftsman card in. And 2 dromen should be absolutely fine, considering how many envoys we got with Nalanda. 2, sorry. It's more important that we kill your units. I apologize, but this is too good a boost. There you go. Look, Nalanda is already almost following my religion. So I'm not at war with a major civilization. So I think Geneva still gives me the bonus, right? I'm pretty sure. So 1, 2, and bam. Yeah, there we go. Excellent stuff. Wow, it's Science Island up here. Lovely. Interestingly, we are about to attack onto a different continent. So we're going to look for different luxuries. And there's a few cards in the government that might be able to just help with the loyalty loyalty pressure. Yes, there are loads of units. Come on, Nalander. There we go. Follows my religion. That's exactly what we want. We're going to be spreading our religion to the Netherlands before we even start this fight. And we have the first engineer, which is really, really handy. Now, do I own any harbors? No, I don't. I was thinking mausoleum is a possibility. In the meantime, we're going to just be rushing Kilwa, which I've been building in my Pingala city. Oh yeah, that's a big boast. A sneaky Kilwa never hurt anyone. That's what they say. All right, army, let's head out. We got some attacking to do. Oh, you've conquered Valletta, have you? Interesting. You definitely are not going to regret doing that. No, not in any way. Kilwa. Ah, Kilwa. It's a beautiful thing. Let's celebrate it by doubling up on types of city-state. First of all, we will go for Taruga. That'll give me 15% extra science on top of 15%. Brilliant. And Venice. Do I want Venice? Yeah, it adds up to more gold eventually and reveals more at the top of the map. We also would love to go for that city-state emergency. What a fantastic way to be at war. And now, education, military tactics, mass production, square rigging, industrialization. You know the drill. Into the sea, into the sea. My army is better when it is wetter. Take it from me. Look, I know what we've just agreed to do. We've agreed to go and free a city-state. And I know, okay, it looks kind of incriminating, but we're attacking this city-state. But I promise you, it's totally different. It's absolutely totally different. Don't worry about it. I'm just evangelizing my religion quickly. Once this industrial zone is finished, we're going to be going Grandmaster's Chapel to be able to pray in units. I would have loved to have taken Pilgrimage to help with that. But no, I think the next best thing is, hey, go to the dentist, everyone, and brush your teeth. Because then we can actually maintain a large army. Yes, city-state emergency. I'll join in on that. Should hopefully give me a ton of visibility across the map. Cree, may there always be peace between us. You know what, actually, I'd love that. So we are in an alliance with Nubia and Harold, which means we get some visibility. Nubia kind of taking this central part of the continent. Harold has 3 cities. You know what? It's a good thing that we've, you've got Colosseum in 3 cities. What is going on? Yeah, it's a good thing I know about Harold. I think he needs to be put out of his misery. The Cree is over here on their own continent. I'm just going to go delegation, open borders, join in with the emergency. Go on. Friendship? No, I really would like to be an ally of the Cree, but I'll just take his gold for now. That's a totally fine thing to do. Don't worry about it. What about you, Gilgawhimp? He will join the emergency war. There we go. We've got all of the extra combat strength that we need. And I think we've just met Vatican, haven't we? Unfortunately, they're very protected, but that is another faith city-state, and that would help. Right. Thank you very much for leaving me a man-at-arms to go and spread religion with. This is truly all I ever wanted. There we go. Religion bomb. It's tempting, but no. Why are you going to war with a Manatori? You're nowhere near her. Sometimes the AI can be a curious chicken. I am just gonna make sure all of my Tagma are here, ready to swoop in. I need to ideally keep them just out of range, but boostable by the Great General, so next turn they can all go and amphibiously attack. Come on, Great General, in you get. Yeah, I think we just invade en masse now. We have a single trebuchet that can make an attack, and the Dromans can join in, which they will do from within the crusading territory. Remember the +10, it's very important. And the Tagma comes in with a 65 strength with a -10 amphibious invasion. Oh, Congress. You know what? I think we should get fewer grievances. Don't know about you. I just really like that as an idea. And industrial zone cheaper. That's not going to go through, is it? We'll go city center. We don't mind if people have walls. I break them down. That's just what I do. Ooh, encampment and more grievances against Wilhelmina. Actually, that's not good for me because it means people will hate me. But that's a free Tagma that just appeared. Lovely. In you go, Mr. Tagma. Oh, yes. Wonderful. Military science boosted. And it's loyal. What a world emergency. There's no emergency here. All right. Salty Tech, you will serve as a place for invasion. You can see there is this heathenous religion around. We've got to go and find some Dutch troops. Make sure we go and introduce ourselves to them. Also, I'm going to wait until we can get the raid card, which should appear next turn. But if the armory is half price, I'm going to start building some armories. The 20% production is back. 324 production on turn 117. Tell you what, that's good. And you can see holy sites, you can see industrial zones. That's very much the build we're going for at the moment. We've got a little bit of science going on, but not a huge amount. Now, our invasion will be going through Maastricht and all the way up through the Dutch Empire and hopefully, eventually hitting Norway. We can take the letter and free that on the way. Perfect. I'll be honest with you, that's not exactly top of my priorities right now. Guilds. Now, I don't think I need professional army at all anymore. Although, I might as well just go around and make sure all of my units are upgraded that stayed home. Oh, nothing stayed home. That doesn't seem risky at all. Off with you. Off with you. Craftsman. And raid. To 415 production now. Of course we do. Where's my raiding unit? Here you are. Depredation. We know it because it's awesome. I'm going to make sure that everything in a city is pillaged before we move on. Send all of those resources back home. You know what, Magnus? I will give you provision because, as I say, there are a couple of places I would like to settle still, and settlers are really cheap because I barely made any. That's brilliant. Okay, yeah, just let's pray some settlers in. One of them gonna go down there. One is gonna go up here, and we'll kind of look around my empire and see if we want to settle anything else, but it should be just about it. But this faith pillaging is very good because the more faith pillaging we do, the more builders can go in, although saying that basically improved everything. So I'm actually going to save these for settlers. Yeah, why not? Yeah, look, we've basically got no chops left at the moment. Okay, there are a few, so we'll get these out. Yeah, go on, then. The counterattack. Don't counterattack. It's best to just roll over. It really is. Like, this actually makes you weaker because now I attack and I start spreading my religion. Just don't. Just don't. It's not clever. It's not big. It's not clever. It's not sensible in any way. Oh, wow. There's a lot of pillaging to do here. Oh, blimey. Can I get a unit kill from moving into the encampment? No. But, okay, that's good. We'll just look for more units. I think they'll counterattack with more. They won't be able to help themselves. Well, the invasion force hasn't met any serious resistance so far. Again, a sensible thing. But I think that is their holy city, isn't it? It is. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. We're just going to finish the pillaging. Diplomatic service. We could now switch to trade routes with our ally, which may be better than internal routes. What are they worth at the moment? 6 and 3. They're pretty good. They're pretty good, and I feel like I could improve them further with people like Bishang. Oh, did someone steal Bishang? You literally did. Gilga, bro. Why would you do that? Well, it's pretty much all on fire now, so let's take it over. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. The religion burst. I think that did a lot. And now it says it doesn't, though. What was that all about? Okay, it said that it converted to our religion briefly, and then it thought about it. All right, we'll work on that. I think that's something we can work on. But I am going to send an Inquisition over and just give it a nudge in the correct direction because I don't want this heathenous religion. No. Benicament, root it out for me, please. I don't want to have to put up with that. Dear, oh dear. The capital's right there anyway. In you go. Pillage until you can't anymore. Actually, that's a unit. Get the unit kill, please. Thank you. Oh, it's a lot of stuff on fire. Let's fix all that quick. Tap. I do need one harbor. One of my cities is just going to have to like suck it up and get a harbor, I think, because it's just too tempting. Now I've got Imhotep and everything. It would be giving away a wonder for no good reason. Mausoleum is available. I just fine. Teddy Zersa, can you do the brave thing? Oh, I don't even know what harbors are. Whoops. Okay, right. In a turn, can you do the brave thing for me? Thank you. Get the harbor, which won't give me a trade route, but it will give me some gold. And there you go. Mausoleum. Lovely. You know, I like the idea of 15% extra culture, so Kamasi will help Kilwa to pop off and do its correct thing. And this pikeman wants to get involved, does it? Interesting. If only I had a ton of units just on the back line behind ready to swarm in and attack. Oh, wait, hang on. I do? Oh, lovely. Well, that's convenient. Get the kill. No, not quite. How about now? Yes. A wall is being produced here. Now, Netherlands. You know how I feel about walls. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I just find them crude and offensive. Like, why would you need a wall when your overlord has arrived with such good news? Such wonderful news. You too can become part of the Byzantine Empire. It's so easy. All you need to do is just roll over. Inquisition. Inquisitorious force. This is actually quite an expensive way of doing this. But across you go. I need to just make sure that they follow my religion, please. Thank you. Oh no, my troops have taken such damage. It's on full health. Yeah, that's just it. It's on full health now. Amazing. Now I'm going to switch to Reformed Church because 15% discount on faith purchasing is something I can get behind. Republican Legacy is just helping to tip me over to being happy, which Wars of Religion is good, but I'll be honest with you. Combat strength is not something I am lacking right now. Using cavalry to kill anti anti-cavalry is always something that I enjoy, but that is just the Byzantine way. And there's another trebuchet gone. I've got to be putting some pressure on this now. I think I have, but for some reason, the Netherlands have an absolute ton of resistance on their religion, and I'm not enjoying that. Wow, actually, that pikeman is a core. All right, well, fine. We'll just we'll go slow for a second and make sure we're all adjacent to our own troops. And with this, Amsterdam is also pretty much entirely pillaged. So the Tagma Armada continues its merry dance. By that, I mean, you know, we're going to go conquering. Yeah. I think my channel supporters are kind of getting into the groove now of taking over something that is entirely on fire. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It was always like this. Have a builder and just keep shunting Victor forward. I guess it's appropriate. We are indeed the victors in this game. Oh, I guess we just keep pillaging. That's how we get to square rigging nice and quickly. Well, seeing as we are very close to getting industrialization, now we're going to settle the two around my capital. That was, of course, Sprawling Empire, which if you don't get after a conquering like this, then what are you doing? Oh, is that an industrial zone for me? Thank you so much. I've just invented square rigging. Wow, we are industrializing fast with this heady mix of stolen research and beautiful resource. It's lovely. All right, Imhotep, do your thing. Mausoleum. You don't need the wonder card in if you've got 20% from Warlord's Throne. Just a fun little interaction with the game for you there. Didn't know if you knew that one. That's a tip from Ursa. Now we can get some other wonders like Colossus for another trade route. Another city over here. Again, it just starts with my religion. Of course it does, because settling creates a culture bomb of religion. Look, just don't ask about the details, okay? The details are totally irrelevant. It all makes perfect sense. And yes, I know the Flying Foot has probably the worst city in the game at the moment. You're going to get a trader. You're going to get some builders. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The walls appear. You don't think the walls are going to save you, do you? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It simply makes me angrier. It's amazing how that works, but it just never fails to make me angrier. Humanism. Okay, Republican legacy is really good, but now I'm very tempted to put invention in, but we are currently racing through the engineers pretty much uncontested. So that's good. All right, well, we'll hold off for a second. Is everything pillaged in this city? I believe it is. All right, in we go. Let's take it. There you go, Mod Greener. Fix it up for me. Look, it's a fixer-upper, but all the best properties are. It's so much quicker to fix everything, but it is to just not pillage it. So it's always worth pillaging it. Oh, Grandmaster's Chapel is done. Excellent. Okay, okay, okay. That means we can summon more units. There's one particular unit I would like more than others, and that's more trebuchets. Okay, we need to fix everything first, but that's an easy thing to do. Colossus. It's another trade route, and we like trade routes. We really do. Yeah, they're all going back. Apadana is available. Maybe it's Apadana. Maybe that's the one that I want. You are the one that I want. Yeah, let's give it a try. Imhotep's got one more charge. People just forget to denounce me after a while, and then you trade. It's simple. It's just how it works. We plunder. The world goes, ooh, plunder. I like plunder. Can I have some? And you think, oh, go on then. Oh yeah, Nazca lands. Forgotten about Nazca lands. Oh, they're so cool. Yes, it's Nazca, the whole of this area. I've been plotting over here, by the way. I hope you like a bit of plotting, quite literally. And plot. Renaissance era. Wow. It's flown by. Netherlands is in a normal age. Nothing else really matters. And you know what I'm going to go for, right? It's always monumentality. When you're pillaging this much faith, it just makes sense. My Inquisitors have finally arrived. I've been waiting very patiently for these to arrive. Right. Once they arrive, we can start getting Inquisitors with the holy sites that I'm capturing. Been very patient. And Armar, where the pirates live. That would be 15% extra faith from Kilwa. That is nothing to scoff at. No, no, no. I'm asking myself the question of, is it worth attacking a pikeman corps on a hill with horses in order to steal a settler? I think the answer here is yes, it is worth it, but I am going to take a ridiculously large amount of damage. I've got some anti-cavalry attacks, to be fair, and it's good experience. If nothing else, it's good experience. There we go. Conquer land gets so many builders, but everything is genuinely better once you've left it. That is the Byzantine way. Simple yes or no. Should I be worried that my ally Gilgamesh worships Cthulhu? I just have this strange thing in the back of my head that says, that's Gilgabro, a little bit weird. I'm sure it's fine. We're overthinking it, right? right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Not every city is made equal. And this one, well, it does help me to spread religion, which is lovely. There's really nothing in here that I desperately need. I mean, I guess there's a source of horse, but really, if there's no districts, it's gotta go. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Well, I would feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. Let me just rephrase that. On the scale of 1 to I feel absolutely terrible, that's probably, like at least a 2. Yeah, it's the same with this one. It just is not that good. Sure, it follows my religion, but does that really solve all of its problems? No. In my opinion, it does not. Although the crusade spreads, I love that emergency. That was a good emergency for me. Districts, 0. Raise it to the floor. I mean, I do have a settler. I could make my own city now in a slightly better place. It's so petty. Just raise it and then settle immediately afterwards. No, I don't need to do that. We're going to settle somewhere that's actually useful. The tray buckets have arrived. Amazing. I don't need to smash my poor horses' faces against this city for no reason. I always regret doing this. Terracotta army. Every single unit in my empire now has a promotion. It's a lot of promotions to click. I won't regret that. It's fine. Pardana. It was burned down. Well, I built it again and now it has 2 envoys, which is exciting for me because I could steal Geneva and Taruga back for some extra juicy kill signs. Lovely. My Inquisitors finally arrived and we got rid of this heathenous religion, which means Taxus is now at +9. Very good. We'll just continue to get rid of this absolutely vile religion from our lands. All the while, as I advance, we can find my units continuing to pillage. I think it's worth clearing everything out, promoting as we go. Only when a city is absolutely entirely drained of anything useful will we attack it. Starting to get level 4 units now. Terracotta army does tend to help with that sort of thing. And the game now truly begins with industrialization. Now, seeing as I own half the world, you'd expect that I have tons of coal, right? Well, at least 1 source, that's good. 2 and 3, 2 of them have already been improved. How much more have I got in lands around me? Some just below. It's always worth just running this search because it doesn't tell you about the coal that's just on the borders. That's 5 copies and there is 2 copies over here. Okay, so maybe a city would be worth it in this area. Where's my settler gone? There you are. I think for 2 coal, yeah, let's go and settle that, especially because we're going to 3 Vatican and then charge up here. That'll be good. You know what that means? It means we've got plenty. So right in the center of my empire, factory and coal power plant just to boost everything around it. And now we build. Quick little diversion to steam power for no reason whatsoever. I got some comments recently. Right, okay, let's have a word between me and you, audience. Dear lovely audience that support me and help me to do what I like to do. Let's have a word. I saw a few comments in some of the recent videos saying, you know, I'm just using words here, saying that I'm not building railroads anymore. And that stung. That really stung. You know why that stings? It's because it's kind of true. I might have neglected it recently. But look, okay, I have an excuse. I'm just a terrible person, all right? That's what it is. If I just flip back in religion, I swear that was converted and now it's not. I suspect it's got something to do with the fact that the population might have just vanished from it, but still slightly concerning that. Never mind. Fix everything up, please. The Grim Vanguard. Oh, I feel bad for the units that have epic names. You're not really that epic because I've just flattened you. The power switch is on. 753 production in the empire now. Oh, and an up-to-date Great General. That is indeed great. It's often quite concerning though when they spawn in lands you've just conquered. Like, was my land not good enough? I'm gonna guess the answer to that question is of course no, but it's just damning to see it, you know? Again, everything looks to be completely pillaged in this area, but there is a 3 settlers stood there. Now, here's the question. Do you get the settler if it's trapped inside an encampment? Yeah, you do. Thought you did, but I was just having one of those moments where I thought, you know, this could be absolutely the wrong answer. Do I want to keep you? You do have holy site adjacency. Yeah, go on then. I'll keep you. You're on the coast. You're looking pretty cool. And that's a +4. Look, that's 8 production with work ethic. I know the tile's good. I know. Don't worry. It pains me as much as it pains you. And as you can see, our religion has begun to spread into Norwegian lands, which is absolutely exceptional because that is, of course, the next place we're going to be going. Split the army up just a little bit. 4 Tagma should be able to liberate Vatican absolutely easily. Some of these lands, I do believe they are going to be mighty fine. There's steam power. The railroad is on the way. Probably. But next step is to try and liberate Valletta, which, given the firepower I have here, should be, hopefully, a reasonably easy job. Yay! There it is. The Netherlands will one day reclaim its territory. Yeah, sure. Go for it. Speaking of liberating, go on, Gilgawhimp. Oh, he will. I'll give you some wine if we go to war. How does that sound? Yeah, okay. Some wine and some coal. There we go. Now, if that isn't a good evening with Gilgawhimp, I don't know what is. Wine, a sack of coal, and a pillaging of Norway. How very festive. It's like reading a children's book. Hello, Mr. Walls. Goodbye, Mr. Walls. Let's beg the question though, am I reading the wrong sort of children's books to my child? Probably. So these berserkers are very, very powerful, but only offensively. If you attack them, especially with Crusade, Military Alliance, Taxis, Great General, and abilities that give you power from being allied to Gilgamesh, well, it turns out you can just sort of melt them, which, you know, as things go, pretty strong. You don't have to melt your units, but if you do, it's very good. We're just about happy though, so we're still going to continue settling. This is my 21st city, and as mentioned before, we're doing things in such a way to create a nice industrial loop later on. Oops, I actually managed to lose a unit there. Let's not talk about that. And gold for each of my envoys. Hey, that's useful. Got 36 of them, 36 gold per turn. Some of these emergencies are very good indeed. Yeah, I think we actually have to go and just make sure we take these encampments out one at a time. They're not doing huge damage to me, but enough for me to go, oi, stop it. Like, I don't want that. Do I want to break the encampments? Think about breaking encampments, right? Compared to everything else, is they just take absolutely forever to repair. Vatican is liberated, which gives me 15% extra faith. I am just such a good guy. I'm sure we can all agree with that, right? Just such a good guy. Operation Mass Settle. Continue. So we might as well put some of these canals in place. They're going to take a while to finish, but I don't want resources popping up where I'm supposed to be putting them. That would be annoying. Look at all that bombardment damage. Leave my units alone. How very dare you. Okay, printing gives me another 3 combat strength. That at the very least helps. And of course, if you do take a bunch of damage, you simply steal everything and you get the stuff back. Aha. Next up, ballistics. That will give me the next level of heavy cavalry. Tagma are very good. I don't need to upgrade them, but equally, there's no harm in upgrading them, so I might as well. Stolen settler makes new city. Look, I know it says there's no loyalty here, Sildri, but that's a lie. You've got 2 sources of coal and you're gonna go and conquer some neighbors. It's fine. Oh, we're about to take Colosseum as well. We literally have everything here. Coal power is starting to factor in now, and you can see we're up to 900 production. We barely got started because we're only making 23 engineering points per turn. Once you see that number start to spiral, you know it's coming in. Nationalism. Right. This is where I ask myself, did I ever get round to making the Grandmaster's Chapel? I did. Okay, perfect. So leveled Tagma have 2 things. Firstly, they have promotions that give them combat strength and extra abilities. But secondly, they have another ability, but only if it was made from a hippodrome district. Right at the bottom, do you see? This unit does not cost strategic resources per turn. Now, that doesn't make any difference right now, but it will. It will once we get tanks, because tanks take oil per turn. But if they're hippodrome units, they don't. Now, that doesn't matter if I've got 5 tanks, but if I've got 50, it does matter. So what we're going to do is start promoting things and coring them, but in such a way that we make sure that at least one of the units we core has that ability, and then it will stack to the rest of them, which is really good. Although I think we might save that a little bit, just for the point where we've economically got everything that we need up and running. I'll be honest with you, right now the combat strength is not the thing that has the issue. It's more builders. It's making sure we actually have everything in place to be economically repairing the things that I take. And speaking of, there is a city. Thank you so much. Bergen. JP Genius has got you. Where's the fix all button? Give me a fix all button. That's all I want. Renaissance walls. Does my Tagma mind? No. No, it does not. It's going to continue to a Tagma. So it's like, oh, you actually did do a military emergency. Which one on? Bergen. All right, sure, fine. Just let me build Angkor Wat, giving me 1 population in all current cities and 1 extra housing to go with it. This is always really fun in a domination run, not only because it looks absolutely gorgeous compared to a lot of other wonder models. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely insane. So pretty. But I had 24 cities. So that's 24 population, 20% extra population on a single wonder. It's so powerful. I'm Ursa Ryan, and I say that that wonder is fun, especially because I think this will have now unlocked an absolute ton of extra districts that I can build, which I always enjoy. My capital now has vertical integration, which means all the factories around it will start to stack. And Nidaros now falls, the capital. Who else went in on this war? Nubia. That's unfortunate for you. That really is. You are literally next door to me. You really didn't want to declare that war. I'm just calling it now. I think you're gonna very, very quickly decide that that was a poor idea on your behalf. Why are you building a government plaza in a 2 population city? No, don't do that. I'm gonna raise this one just because it's that bad. You know your city's bad when Ursa's like, nah, you're all right. I'll do fine without. And this barrier island, yeah, I'm gonna claim it so I can canal through it. Look at that improved shipping opportunity, Setuk. It's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful. Hey, if I made a bingo card for my videos and in the middle of the bingo card was river floods when dam is being built, how many times do you think you complete that bingo card? It's, you love to see it. You really do. Here's another one. Leave a builder out to get the unit defending the district to go and hop and grab it. It's lovely. And I believe, unless he has a city somewhere, that's Norway out. Skidsmo, back to Valhalla with you. Oh yeah. Now that is one good looking city. And excitingly, I can buy a shrine in it pretty much immediately, giving me another trade route. Lovely. I'm sorry. I just can't allow this. It's it's gone. We never have to worry about that ever again. It will trouble us not. Patala Palace available. But has someone built it? No. Actually, Forbidden City's still 3 as well. Oh well then. Seeing as Egypt's old capital, Ekaber, has 100 production, don't mind if I do. Keep spreading the religion. Look, an actual use for Mima. Gonna pop him using Vatican. No, it didn't quite reach. If only we had a city roughly here. Could you imagine how useful that would have been? Oh dear. This settle to the north of my capital is my 28th, and it fills me with joy, such as having the Fountain of Youth, which I promised myself I was going to use this game. I can confirm I have not used it this game. I always mean so well. I genuinely mean so well, but then I never remember to move my troops to it. I would appreciate if it was just an empire-wide bonus, but mainly because then I would actually remember to use it. Okay, Nubia has substantially stronger ranged attacks. They can do a decent chunk here, so you do have to be a little bit careful. Macedon, I don't like the fact that you're spreading religion. We might need to have a small word about that, actually. Oh, Gilgawhimp, 59 gold per turn. Have 500 gold. That feels better for me. There we go. Lovely. Condemn. From this point on in the conquest, by the way, I am definitely slowing down. We have plenty of cities. I'm now going to try and take one roughly every 5 turns or so, just to make sure we've got the constant 20% bonus production. But otherwise, yes, for once, I'm going to be just a little bit sensible. This is Anshan. We're going to be liberating it, so it's going to get pillaged. It's the fairest way to do these things. Raj has got some good yields on it. Oh, that does look good. And scripture, I can't help but notice a lot of my cities are on -1, so maybe liberalism at this point would be good. I would like to keep scripture, but yeah, no, overall the yields are so much better. Internal and domestic trade routes get faith from Chingeti. This is an improvement. That was 200 faith per turn. Oh yeah, that's nice. The world's first railroad? Yes, of course it is. Why would you ever doubt me? The only problem is Hanging Gardens is in Anshan, and that does look good, but I think I'd prefer the science over the city growth. I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Yeah, we're gonna liberate it. I'm happy with that choice. 6 envoys, boosts to all of my universities. It's exactly what you would want to see. Natural history. Now we do actually have some hippodromes already. Not a lot of them, but some. A couple of these with some zoos is gonna help massively, as well as some water parks. So we'll get cooking with that now. Also conservation. I'm gonna get that done as soon as I can because the naturalists give happiness as well from national parks, and I've got a lot of faith. You gotta have faith. We're just gonna have one quick turn of pillage with the raid card in. It's not a massive stuff to pillage here, but enough. And the walls are down. Great. Now we can take the raid card out briefly and put in professional army because we've got a little bit of discounting to do and some unit upgrades to go with it. Very good. Many of these cuirassiers as possible, and we will be laughing. Good districts here, so city gets kept. and the religion continues to be spread. Probably the last city I'm going to settle for a while. I like this one. With a good trade route, we're going to get some good Nazca lines here, and that's always fun. You get to the point where you think, oh, I'm not going to be able to spread my religion any further, and then a random pike and shot emerges from the mists. It's like it's saying, it's okay, I will help you. There we go. Killing a Cree apostle with my inquisitors has just freed up the next chunk. The crusade bonus, it's just so good. Basically stops your units being killed. Do I want to pillage without the raid card? I don't know. Really, to be honest. I'd kind of prefer to keep it. I'm just going to bypass, and we're going to go and remove Kawa. This is another one of those cities we just don't really need. Now, this is going to help. Forbidden City, +1 wildcard policy slot, as I have not been able to get everything in the government that I would like. 2 happiness cards, professional army is good, craftsman. I would like to keep professional army in for a little bit, so the raid card goes back in. That'll do for now, but the government will keep getting bigger. Just to show you the power of Byzantium, in case this run of 30 cities on turn 146 isn't doing it for you. Cuirassier, 64 melee strength attacking with 92, +9 taxes, 3 intel, 10 crusade, 7 marauding promotion, and as you can see, you just flatten things. No great general, no siege equipment, it's all just what you see. And here's Ruhr Valley, my capital. 20% production, +1 production for each mine and quarry, and flight boosted. That is a good chunk of production more. Let's get the aforementioned water park running. Well, this might be quite good. Heavy cavalry. Let's throw in all my diplo favor before it disappears. And Patala Palace. Well, I'm not sure that diplomacy point is going to work well for me, but that 5 combat strength on heavy cavalry, that certainly will. Actually, I take it back. Colonial taxes, of course, all of the conquered places. That will be beautiful. Okay, yes, thank you. Get into my government now. We're now getting great works of writing and art. Of course we are. We're just that good. Yeah, it certainly gives them a little bit more power now. Bam. Yeah, I don't want that city. On to the next one. I love Nazca lines. Look at the yields of all the tiles around. Bam. Improved. Oh, they're so good. Yay for desert cities. When you're going industrial zone heavy, Leonardo is just amazing to see. So much culture. And Napoleon. Actually, Napoleon's pretty useful. Napoleon is just that little kick in the direction of strength that I think we need here. 3-line inventory. I think we can do that pretty easily. This city is fully pillaged. Has a campus, an aqueduct, an encampment. I think we keep this one. Join the ranks of wonderfulness, my friend, and fix everything on fire. Lovely. 15 population, and there's the urbanization boost. We were looking to try and get the conservation boost. I'm doing my best to do a lot of boosting here. Big boosting, and obviously lots of railroad. A comment really got me. It's like, you don't build railroads anymore. It's like, I do. I swear. It's just my schedule is so busy. I don't have time. No, it's no excuse. Well, you don't kill Magnus. Poor capital. Poor every trade route, actually. Yeah, fair play. I mean, my spies are elsewhere. They're not really looking internally at the moment, so I kind of fell into that one, but still. Well, at least the pillage continues, and now we have replaceable parts. On the way to chemistry, we actually have a level 2 alliance here, which is pretty handy. Oh, Canals. Yay! That's some good adjacency here. Love it. Reveals oil, gets 2 bonuses. Let's see how many sources of oil I have in this massive empire. 1 and 2. Yep, I've had a run, just an absolute run of games recently where I've had no strategics, and I just can't tell you why. Okay, we are going to conquer quite a bit. So even though we've got very little at the moment, it shouldn't matter. Still though, that is ridiculous. That is Moreau fully pillaged. Excellent stuff. Every 2 or 3 turns we are taking something at the moment. Well, look, now we can get armies. I did think, you know what, I'm not powerful enough, so I'm glad we have this now, just to give me the little edge that clearly I need. Mass media, and then I've said it before, democracy. It's the best one for a conquering game. Yes, I know fascism, we can get the policy card to get +5 combat strength. Hint, we don't need it. No, instead I'm going to go for the yields of government and New Deal on democracy, as well as all the trade route bonuses. I mean, I could go collectivization. I guess trade routes, I'm not really doing anything with those. It's going to be the 2 amenities. I think that's literally all I'm doing this for. But I want everything to be ecstatic regardless of the conquering I do, so I think that's what we're playing with here. Happiness is beginning to creep back though. We have a lot of zoos, aquariums, Ferris wheels, all being finished now, so that is fantastic. And I'm praying in with the letter a lot of military academies in my conquered land, because they're all worth significant chunk of production. Oh, there's literally nothing in this city. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be keeping it. I mean, I guess there is a campus. Is it worth keeping for a campus? That is a debatably good question. Yeah, where's the harm in it? Go on, then. Goodbye, Nubia. Goodbye. Your empire has been dismantled and handed to somebody called Onion Possum. That is the biggest insult I can bestow upon you. Where is the pass here? I think we've got to go through this pass or embark our units. I think embarking's easier, but that's annoying. All right, as much as I like the internal routes, and don't get me wrong, I do like the internal routes. The external ones are beginning to get a lot better, and we're just about to switch to democracy. Yeah, all right, fine. Fine, as they renew, we'll send them abroad. Let's start getting Vissel banking in. Military emergency fails, would you believe it? I'm not sure how we could have predicted that was going to happen at all. Hello, we've arrived and I'm pillaging already. Don't mind me. You'll grow to love my cheeky ways. Chemistry, research labs. Just to make these even better, a bunch of envoys in my scientific city-states, get 6 with each one. Now research labs are worth +9 science. Beautiful. Let's get that oil out the ground and get some tanks. Yeah, pretty much every single city in my empire right now is just building science buildings, and I love it. So Macedon has avoided my religion, and they have equivalent level troops, which is really interesting, because on paper, this means it's going to be quite difficult to invade them. Let's see if that transpires. My troops are taking 4 damage from ranged attacks in cities. 4. That's it. Something tells me we're going to be okay. And also my siege equipment arrived. Haha. Well, if you were worried about whether or not I was going to be able to break through, the siege equipment says I'll be fine. Now for my cavalry to run in and do what depredation cavalry does best. Oh, Curacao Core. Okay. Well, maybe you're dead. That's what we call an oopsie. I'm going to switch in Wars of Religion here because that +4 will help to keep me alive before I convert. And I do like being alive. Of all of the things, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, we took a bit of damage there, but with the Wars of Religion, I did survive it, which is handy. And now I can pillage and get myself back up to full health, but I do need to keep this unit just a little bit safer. Everything is pillaged. So we will jump in and start stealing this as well. Again, it's a nice boost of religion because of a religious emergency, and I brought some inquisitors here just, you know, to speed up the process. So we can now improve the oil. That is amazing. Now to combustion, I'd like tanks. Then we'll try and get to space. I don't know which is going to come first, to be honest with you. Domination or space. I still have a complex moral quandary about that one. I don't know what to do, okay? Steel. And look at this. You've brought your troops out to play. Now that's fun. That's fun because we can do a bunch of conversion whilst we're fighting in the field now. I like this. Thank you so much. Excellent. It's just like one by one, they all fall. They can't help themselves. They have to be part of my empire. They know it's for the best. Oh, artillery. I love artillery. Yay for artillery. Ideology. Boo. We've lost the card that I was really looking for there, but 5-year plan is fine. At least it gives me a bit more science on top of my production. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. That's a decent upgrade. Now, as I say, look, some of our cities are now becoming happy, but we're right on the cusp. So yeah, democracy. Democracy is definitely the play. I don't need the combat strength. We are clearly on top of this game. I'd rather my yields go up because big numbers are better than small numbers. We all know that. Hey, look, it's walls. Wait a second. And they're gone. St. Basil's... Oh, hang on. Look. Okay, I need a word with the builders here. Whoever's in charge of the foundations of this thing, can we have a word? Because you can't just put it about 50 meters above the ground. What is this construction? Why is the wall down there? Look, I am not an architect, all right? I do not know about such things, but even I know that foundation is absolutely ropey. What is going on? We have tanks. Now, I could rush modern armor because it's like really quick. Or we could go flight into radio and see what the aluminium's like. Let's do that. A couple of planes, I think, makes the pains go away. Now, democracy. I'm just gonna have a look and see what faith purchasing I want to do before that point. So we currently have a discount. 5 turns to... Okay, keeping an eye on that, keeping an eye on that. Yes, now, we have a military academy back home. This is just a time to buy 2 tank armies. Quite expensive to use my faith on, but it's worth it. Okay, now I can switch. Democracy! Total War remains brilliant. New Deal, get in, working alongside liberalism and Republican legacy. We should keep everything just about happy. I am hemorrhaging gold, so until we get more roots up, we're going to go for Merchant Confederation. Actually, no, we're just about to switch over. So we'll keep Vassal banking. Wars of Religion goes back in. We'll let it shake out, and the majority of my cities are now content. Hey, content will absolutely do. Now, these tanks are going to go on a little field trip over to Cree. I might as well. It's just the other side of me. It would be mean not to. I don't want them thinking I don't care about them. I do. I really care about them. If anything, too much. Yeah, Kamasi and Democracy now are causing all of my city-state routes to be just infinitely better, so they're all switching over now. Perfect. That will actually keep my gold in the positive. Just. I mean, I say just, and I really do mean just, because my gold is atrocious right now. We're getting a lot of gold from pillage still. Very nice indeed. Let's see if the emergency's still working. Certainly is. Certainly is. One by one they fall. Culture. Culture. Give me professional sports. And there it is. Okay. With all of my pillaged gold, we can now build fun things like aquatic centers at 15% gold off. This thing is in range of 9 cities and will give 3 amenities to each, so it's worth 27. That's almost an amenity for every city in my empire. Ta-da! Welcome to Happy Town. Population Ursa. Keep on the old conquering. One by one, they shall fall. Okay, this one doesn't give me anything, so we're getting rid of it. Man, it feels weird to be this brutal. Let the conversions happen now. We know exactly what's going to happen, right? We know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to say, oh, maybe I'll go for the science victory. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. I'm going to win a religious victory. Like you always do with Byzantium. It's impossible not to. Like, it's quite literally impossible. Good wonders here, though. Pyramids taken. Absolutely outstanding. And I finally got my first commercial hub. Marco Polo has been waiting so patiently. Yeah, I think the speed's coming in now. Temple of Artemis is there. Might as well just chomp down. Give it all to Applefish, you know? It's just the way of things. And Etmananki. I've been waiting for Etmananki. That's actually a very cool one. Will I own half the world? Surely I'll have tons of aluminium, right? Under a farm, under a farm, under a mine, to be improved, under a farm. Hey, okay, that's not too bad. We can do a bit of faith purchasing and get all this stuff out the ground. Another one to the north that has a holy site. Cool, that's good. That means trade routes, and we like trade routes. And Pella with Alhambra. Bigger government, anyone? Perfect. Trading in triangles. We've got a lot of trade routes. That'll give me a bunch of gold. Look at that, we've pretty much mopped up here. Macedon has a couple of really random cities, which I'm not a huge fan of, but there's a tank army. Go and clean it up. Thank you. Gilgawhimp, the guy who I would never, ever in any way backstab. No, not at all. Do you want to go to war with Cree? I feel like you've actually just made peace with Cree. Let's go colonial war. No, you can. Look. There we go. I was going to say, you're normally so up for this sort of random thing. Well, just in one turn, we've managed to come across, and we just... One hit, one kill, one world navigation. Absolutely excellent. No, we don't need this. In we go. Oh, I thought we'd reveal another industrial city-state, but we haven't. Just a bunch of commercial ones. All right, never mind. Bolshoi is always a wonder you want to build endgame because it gives you 2-3 civics, and that can be really cool because it can get you things like capitalism and exploration. Exploration, did I not have that? Whoopsie. Ignore that one. Laissez-faire is a good card. To be honest, capitalism was good. Not what we need right now, though. Rocketry, we're one-turning everything. We have 800 overflow science. We're doing pillaging still. We're at 150 production in the capital, but now that we have democracy, we're going to just start getting lots and lots of this. The capital will thrive. Capital is everything. This is the state of the railroad, by the way. We've gone totally north to south in most places. The odd random piece has been missed, but everything is now getting connected up. Beautiful. All units heal 20 points when they eliminate a unit. You love to see it. It's good fun. It's good harmless fun. Let's see what else is in Cree's lands. PP kisses. Oh, it's everyone's favorite city. Oh, that's just good old-fashioned family fun. And we can start condemning some heretics whilst we're here. Let's just remove the strength of this religion. So as we kill cities, we can flip more. Yes. Is this the last one for Macedon? Yeah, it is. They're going to take themselves out of the game in a second, but where's the fun in that? I want to be the one that does it. Liberate Nubia. Oh, imagine a world in which I would do that. Stadium's now getting built, which means the Stadio is very close. And look, unit kills. Unit kills are fun. There are no walls in this city, which means Kree clearly wanted me to have it. That's how it works. All right, Frankincense Battle Sword. Your work is probably cut out trying to keep this thing loyal. Actually, it's only minus 14. In you go. Now it's minus 7. It's nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. And let's just pray in more tank armies because we can. Absolutely outstanding stuff. Oh, Gilgamesh, the alliance has expired. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't betray him. Why? Like, imagine the absolute fury in the comments if I did that. I can't even imagine a world in which I would want to do that. That would be horrible. I bet if you went through my playthroughs on this channel, you would never, ever, ever find me betraying Gilgamesh. No, I've never done it. Now let's move on. Okay, the Kree are going to try and counterattack, but we know what's going to happen. They've got units. They've got 630 military strength. That's just the one thing you don't do. Not against Byzantium. We just refuse. We refuse to obey the laws of having units around. It's just not, Actually, Leventa, have you got any units? No, they've probably all been levied. Oh, Woolen, you're not at war with me. That's actually quite rare. Go on, show me the way. All right, I can see where everything is now. All I'm looking for are the enemy units. Like this. This is what I'm looking for. Bam! Spread a religion. Pray in the new Giga Tank. This could be a really clever play. I stole a settler, and there's a unit in that city. So I'm just going to leave it there. And hopefully the cavalry will be tempted into capturing it. Oh my lord, we're in the industrial era. I didn't think we'd actually make it this far. Well, I'm in the information era, but the world is in the industrial era. And that means two things. Firstly, Kree is in a normal age, which is rather funny. I'm going to reform the coinage just to make sure my traders can't get pillaged. I'm sure they won't be, but you know. And second, it means I can put a governor in the third rank of Knights of Solomon. The Noble Knight in Dust, unlocked in the industrial era, 5% faith and gold per military policy card in my government, gain an additional military policy slot. This is a good source of gold. As long as I've got enough military policies in my government, I think I probably could. Total war, wars of religion. Let's put levy on Macon. And you know, the time for public works has sort of ended now. So we're gonna put in logistics and after action reports for a little bit more leveling on my units. Now that's 5 cards, that's 25% extra. Not entirely sure where that percentage sits. Oh, it's literally on a city level. Oh, that's fun. We're making 300 per turn. Very, very good. Rushing the Mars colony. And as you can see, my capital is still kicking out an obscene amount of roots. Now we're going to start boosting Gilgabro with these beautiful democracy roots up to almost 300 production in the capital. There we go. Can I get the spaceport finished before we win the game? Like, I genuinely went into this game. You're not going to believe this at all, but I genuinely went into this game thinking, you know what I'm most likely to win? Science victory. And yeah, the game sort of got away from us a little bit, didn't it? And not in a bad way at all. They didn't take the bait. Oh, that's unfortunate. Never mind. Let's search for some more units. Kree has 462 military strength, and there's one of them. These are the kills we need because this will spread the religion. Ah, a city that follows my religion. Excellent. Let's head over in this direction now. Artillery army. That will help to just shred some of the walls for me. Estadio, 6 culture and 2 immunities in every city in my empire. Oh, big numbers. We're very happy now. We're happy to be here. I like the casual plus 12 of Taxis. Oh, it's so good. And I really, really like just the random leaving of units around here. Thank you so much. Another one here. Cavalry, just mown down by my tanks. Lovely. Come on, Kree. Just acknowledge that my religion is awesome. How quickly can we chew through these walls? Ah, turns out, yeah, pretty quickly. I don't want that one. That's pretty bad. Haha, they fell for the bait. They always do. They can't help themselves. There you go. Just a nice 3 chunk of religion there. Well, I haven't converted this city, but I might be able to just brute force my way in given the overwhelming strength of my units in the area. Yep. There we go. And we've converted the next city. Okay, here we go. It has one district and it has a trade route attached, which I can send to my capital. So yeah, go on then. I hand you over to Noble Company and I send you on your way. Repair everything, please. Repair it quickly. Again, the question is, how quickly can this city be destroyed? You just nibble at the walls with the weak troops, and then once the walls are mostly down, the big troops come in, and you can do the damage to the meaty center. And if there's anything we like, it's a meaty center. So again, spreading the religion. Another one will fall. Guberville, that one is all yours. How's the religion coming? Oh, it's very close to flipping. That's just great to see. Let's get some inquisitors just to kind of speed this along a little bit. Oh, the pillaging is extensive. Like everything is going because the faith is important. The gold is important. The culture, the science is important. There's not a yield I don't want. And that for Cree is a terrifying thing because it means I will literally take everything. Globalization has been unlocked. We're almost at the point where we can start taking some of these happiness cards out of the government. Not quite, but almost. E-commerce is something I would like to put into my capital, though. Does my capital... here's a question. Does it actually have an encampment or a seaport? No, it doesn't. So, integrated space cell, it is giving me 5% gold, but I think e-commerce does more here. So, let's do that. Yeah, up to 350 production. Here we go. Hagia Sophia. Fun fact, it doesn't say so in the title, but it gives Inquisitors an extra charge as well as your other units. So, there you go. Random piece of information for you there. Oh, these are so much better following my religion. Look at this. Everyone convert. You know you want to. Diplomatic League goes into the government because I want the Kilwa bonus. So Mogadishu, Samarkand, 2 envoys into both of those, and I'm now suzerain, 15% gold in my empire. Lovely. Make a small dent in the wall with this artillery. And whilst it's on fire, again, we do the same thing. Start the attack with the weaker unit and then ramp up the pressure as we go. One by one, and by one. Eventually the city's on half health. Doesn't even follow my religion. Doesn't need to. We're just that good. We're just that good. Nanotechnology unlocked. Let's make our way now to this bit. Turn 171. We're now going to start work on the Earth satellite, which is 2 turns. That's unboosted by any engineer or scientist. Very lovely. Oh, Namadol. Watch my culture. 1,420 goes to 1,649. That's just 200 extra culture for no other reason than just me being awesome. And that is Kree's capital gone. Converting it, or converting something. Well, no, it didn't. But this will. Okay, I'm actually surprised that we haven't actually converted Kree to our religion yet. That is staggering. How have you managed to avoid that? Kree are hiding another city somewhere. Where? Where is your other city? It's down there somewhere near Namadol. Okay. Levy the military down here and see if we can find it. Oh, there it is. All right. We can go and get that. Although, and this is a really cheeky thing, right? I've conquered all of this. Kree now have 2 cities. 1, 2, following their own religion. Gilgawhimp follows my religion. I'm just taking a save in case this doesn't work, but I think it will. How about I give you back 3 cities, all of which follow my religion. Let's go Takamuth, Guberville, Silver. You're going undercover. Takamuth, Guberville, Silver. If I give these back to you, in theory, Kree now has 5 cities, 3 of which follow my religion. Yes? Yes. Converted to my religion. Oh, sometimes I amaze myself with my own evilness. Also, I can just rub this in even more by creating a warrior monk and spreading my religion with it, which will now trigger the religious victory, because of course I have Vatican. Now, some people might be looking at this and thinking, Ursa, what a cheesy victory. You've robbed us. Other people would look at the fact that we've conquered the basically entire world by turn 171 and we're already going to space, and they'll think, yeah, pretty fair. I think Ursa might have had this one. Oh, Byzantium, never change. Augustus Caesar, there we go. I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. What is Rome? I'm not actually sure. Anyway, when the conquering started, all the buildings went up, cities captured, woohoo! But also, cities founded. I founded quite a few, like a whole 13. Captured 40 something, okay, fair enough. Districts win you games, always build lots of them. Culture caught up, turn 130. My fave, yeah, about turn 130. Science, about turn 130. Very slow beginning into the game. It was actually a really difficult start, and still we did amazingly. Lots of units killed. How many units did we lose? 5 units all game. Oh dear, your sacrifices, they were not in vain, I promise you. Religions founded, feed the world, snagged, how dare you. Wonders constructed. Yeah, I always build these towards the end. Lovely. And great people earned. So it gives you a sense of which way the game is moving when that graph tips to you so badly. There you go. We didn't even need to convert this city. We have their holy city. Their holy sites are on fire. Sometimes that's all you gotta do. So unlike my usual games of Byzantium where I just conquer pointlessly, I tried to make this game a little bit of a combination of an economic drive along with the war drive. And I think, you know, I did it. I did it pretty well. The actual homeland I have back here is so industrious. Like 366 production in the capital, but pretty much every other one of my major cities has at least 100 production. Apart from like a couple of the really small ones, yeah, they've all got 100 production. So the economic heartland, Ekaber has 154. They've all got serious weight to the economy. We did really well here. Let's just order. Yo, look at that. It goes off the screen before it hits a city with less than 100 production. 16 cities with 100 production and above, and 2 of them were on 98, which I think is probably fair. And we still could have boosted that way further. We hadn't built Amundsen Scott. Some of the production cards weren't in. We hadn't moved our capital overseas for the CASA benefits, all the benefits for colonial taxes. I mean, this was just great. I mean, 2-turning Earth satellite before we even get any of the boosts. Sometimes a game just goes your way. And best of all, we didn't kill Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, still my ally, still has 0 grievances against me. He's chill. He just doesn't mind. He's like, yeah, sure, you go and beat up Kree. I don't mind. We're best friends. And for that, Gilgabro, I love you. I love you so much. Like my own child, which I'm going to say, hoping that my actual child doesn't hear me. Quick note before we finish this video. The channel has been absolutely flying out to new people recently. We've had a couple of videos that have gone pretty viral, which is really exciting, and I can tell this is happening because the comments I'm getting asking, can I play the maps and which mods you're using, are everywhere. Remember, come along to Discord. The turn 1 save file for this game, as well as the full list of all of the mods that I use in the game, they're all on Discord. If you see people commenting in the comments of the video, if you could just push them in that direction, that would be really, really kind. Thank you again to all the channel supporters for your work. Sorry I've given you some of you back to the Crete. It's fine. Go and just be insidious behind the enemy lines for me, would you? Thank you very much. Until next time, if you're thinking of using paprika in your meals, say no. Go to Basil. Goodbye. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Clibben Ferdas, Poppy Dude, The Nickerman, Mushkin Mandeltort, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Toon General, The Uncivil Engineer, Radiatore, Debo91, Dan Jamo, Slither Alley, Scott Stratton, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Creston, RB Hedged, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, Indigenous 68, Teddy Zursa, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Legally Trash, Shadow of Gaia, Bob Tway, Abstract Fun, JB Genius, Arctic Fox. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye.